I mean, I don't even know why you're on the show, Amy. If you're just going to ruin everything. Oh, hey, guys. Welcome to another episode of Eric's TBD RPG. We're all about positivity here. So, yeah, welcome back, everyone. We're on episode 4 now of our Doctor Who adventure. Yay. And Duncan is returned because the flu eventually goes away, thankfully.
Yay!
Yay! Thank you for dodging influenza. We appreciate it. This is not Oregon Trail, otherwise you'd be dead. So that's good.
Well, it's great to be back. It's so much fun doing the show.
Yeah.
I'm really glad to be back.
Yeah, because we need legitimacy. If we don't have a British person on this show, then what are we doing? Right?
Yeah, really lend an air of respectability to the show.
Also, Duncan has a Twitter account now, and you should all go follow him.
Yes, you made a Twitter account.
I did, just for you.
Just so follow Duncan on Twitter.
_Dunk.
Yeah.
You've arrived.
I have.
And of course,
Here I am.
beloved friend of Geek and Sundry, Sam has returned. Welcome back, Sam.
So excited.
If you guys were watching the old Pit Crew episode, Sam joined us on our Star Wars adventure, which was awesome. You played, what was your character? He was an old major.
Like a Southern hacker. It was
Yep.
great.
Yeah.
He was ton of fun.
It was this awesome moment where they rigged a troop transport to blow, and they wrote the Alderaan Express on the Dustin spray painted Alderaan Express on the side of it, and they sent it over, and you guys rolled insane on your piloting check and sent this thing into a rank of stormtroopers and just laid waste. That was a good game.
Good times.
That was a damn good game. So yeah, let's do a quick recap. Does anybody have any announcements before we do the recap? Nothing to announce? Nothing like that? No? All right. I would just like to announce that I am very fond of Rolos, the candy.
Controversial.
I feel like that's something I should share with you.
I'm a fan of
Yeah.
Doritos.
Dorolos. Okay. Yep. Yeah, I can see that. Yes, Sam is a Critical Role fan, in case you didn't know. And I didn't catch the end of the last episode last night, so we will not be discussing that. Yeah. Max, is there something wrong with the camera? No, you're good. Are you sure? Okay.
You're beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into our recap if we're good to go. And we'll start playing some Dr. F and Who, which is not the official American title, but, you know.
It would be if they made one.
If there was an American Doctor Who, aside from the movie with Peter McGann, which I still have not seen. Paul, did I get his name wrong? Is it Peter or Paul? Paul McGann. It's Paul. I was like, red alert.
Fired.
I said
Chat
that
will
wrong.
yell at us.
Well, anyway, that was the show. I can't storytell this game anymore. Everybody's screwed up. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into our recap. In the last episode, you guys had a biggie-ass pirate fight. It was the climactic battle between you and Captain Ambrose in the year 1712, I believe, was the year you guys had figured
You
it out.
just gave us early 1700s. But
Early
that sounds about
1700s,
right.
yeah. Basically, you guys are entering into the twilight of the golden age of piracy, and found yourselves on this ship, the Saucy Jack, which was captained by brand new Captain Finn, a very hot-headed young man who would later reveal themselves to actually be a woman that was captaining the whole time as you guys stormed Captain Ambrose's ship, and after an epic a battle with him and Erica's character Piggy, you guys managed to drop him, save the day. There was the tear in the space-time continuum. You guys did encounter that. One of the pivotal moments of last game was the Doctor scanning this tear in Captain Ambrose's cabin, only to encounter thousands upon thousands of other Doctors from other realities.
So many knees.
All looking in the exact same hole in their universe.
I want to see that
talking over.
in the show.
I know.
Like, proper.
That's
That would
totally
be
a Doctor
so
Who thing.
Cool, man.
Yeah. So pretty much every Doctor poked their head in and was with their own sonic screwdrivers and started talking over each other. It was pure chaos. And you were shouting out to try to get one of theirs attention, and you managed to. One of the other Doctors spotted you, because you kind of stand out, Amy, amongst the rows and rows of Doctors.
Although if there are future Doctors, I hope there's a couple more I didn't recognize.
Yeah, well, you weren't able to see. There were so many. It was literally like, if you weren't a Time Lord, it might. If you were a normal human staring into that vortex at that particular time, that tear, it might have driven you mad. But as a Time Lord, your
Already
brain
mad,
was
so fine.
Yeah, you're good to go. One of the other Doctors was able to use his sonic screwdriver to create basically an audio tunnel straight to you through the tear, and you two were able to talk briefly. And if you remember correctly, you saved each other's frequencies on your sonic screwdriver before the tear closed itself.
And
After
some
the battle,
unfamiliar looking guy with eyebrows.
New
Yes.
screwdriver, who dis?
Yes, some older gentleman, an older man with a Scottish accent, which I butchered and will continue to butcher if he ever. I'm sorry. My last name is
apologies
Campbell,
may
but I
resume.
don't do my. I
I
don't.
think I'm over it now.
Yeah. So yeah, I know.
Overexposure. Yeah, I'm good.
At this
Yeah.
point.
You've forgotten what actual accents sound like.
I have, yeah.
The worst is when I worked at a store with Duncan, and every time a new customer would come in, and it still happens to this day, I'm sure.
Every single day.
So let me just give you guys a heads up. If you encounter, if you're here in the United States and you encounter a British person, please do not walk up to them and go, "Oh, hello. Where are you from? Oh, you're not from the US." Please don't do that.
In fact, just don't do it to anyone who's
Yeah.
foreign in
Yeah.
general. It's the most irritating.
If you're in Kazakhstan and you're playing dice with like, and you're playing dice with like, you know, a kid you found that you know has a really great dice set, and you just feel like talking to him, don't say it to him either. Or don't say
It's
it to
fun.
anybody.
It's fun like the first 5 times, but that's like week 1,
And you're on year.
year 10.
Yeah.
And
So-
it's literally every single day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
it's
bad.
exhausting.
To finish the recap, you guys finished your battle with the pirates. You were able to capture the Abigail, which is a big 3-masted frigate that had taken the Saucy Jack by surprise. It was terrorizing the Caribbean. And the last y'all saw, you shook hands with Piggy and Captain Finn and jumped in the TARDIS. Cillian wanted to go back to London for understandable reasons. The last thing you remember, Cillian, is falling asleep in the parking lot after passing out piss drunk and waking up in the belly of a reality-devouring monster, like you do.
Yeah.
So it is another reality, so there's a bit of an anxiety, but maybe it's time to go home. At least see what's become of home. So you guys got back in the TARDIS. Bill was waiting for you guys inside. He informs you that the Solarian is still quite asleep, and that he's just going to keep tabs on him. And he's also asked your permission to explore the library. With the caveat, I'm guessing that you don't want him reading the book on the Time War. I don't know. It's up to you.
Ooh.
He really
I
wants
just told
access.
him I'd rather he didn't.
Okay. So Bargle has excused himself to go study a library that is rather large. And you guys went whirring and wheezing off into the time vortex. And that is where the game picks up. As you guys have just left Earth 1712, the Caribbean, and are now traveling to modern-day London in the TARDIS. You're currently in the time vortex when, Doctor, you get an alert, basically you get an incoming frequency on the TARDIS control panel. You see it starting to buzz.
What's that?
Well, if experience has taught me anything, it's not going to be good.
We're going to get you home. It'll be some version of home anyway.
Well, let's see. Maybe there've been some improvements.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, I'm trying to be optimistic. It's weird, but I'm trying it out.
How do I read the thing?
That's a good question. You're looking at your TARDIS console. It has changed again to fit your needs. Typically, as you've seen in most Doctor regenerations, the Doctor usually has to figure the TARDIS out again almost every single time. Usually just by pressing buttons.
Yeah, I'm afraid all these buttons have moved a bit.
So let's go crazy. Let's make an ingenuity technology roll, and I'm going to give you a +2 because you have it's your TARDIS.
Okay.
So I'll
Also,
give you a
Tech
+2.
Adept. This is probably my best roll.
Yes, this is what you do.
13.
She's gonna roll
14,
$2,
15,
watch.
16,
gonna roll
17
$2.
to start.
Yeah.
Use this.
It's a target.
Yeah. Did you roll $2?
17 and 8.
Oh.
25.
Nuts.
Very nice.
It's a very weak incoming transmission from nowhere.
From where?
Nowhere.
And that's with a 25.
Yeah, it's not coming from anywhere, but you're receiving a transmission.
Can I amplify it?
How do you want to do that?
Find this volume button and turn it on.
Nowhere, but louder.
Go ahead and make another check.
Sounds
This
like
is
an
going to be
album
very difficult. Difficulty on this is going to be 24. It's very difficult. So roll them dice. Tell me what you
Alright.
get. By the way, Duncan, how many story points do you have before we continue?
10.
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah, we'll start you off at 10.
Cool.
And 10 and 13. 23, 24, 25 for Tech Adept.
Bink. Yes. You watch the doctor furiously as she's just like typing on these controls. You hear whirring sounds. Some of them are not good, which I'm guessing you correct immediately. Kind of fix it up.
Sorry, not that one.
And
You do know what you're doing, right?
you amplify it so you get a clear transmission, and for a split second you see an image begin to appear in front of you, like a holographic projection. It takes it a few seconds, but because of your role, it comes through loud and clear, and you see this man standing in front of you.
Doctor!
Doctor. Well, looks like that worked. I don't know how long I have, though. You're in the time vortex now, which exists outside of reality. So once you leave, I'll probably lose connection. So what do you
What
know?
have you learned? I haven't had a chance to look much into the signal since the last time. Do we have any information about how I got to this reality, or what happened to the doctor of this reality, or what the status of Gallifrey is?
All I know is Gallifrey is fine here.
That's fantastic!
And I have theories as to what may have happened to you. Well, to me, to us,
To us?
to everyone. There
It's a
seems
bit
to
odd, isn't it?
It's strange. There's tears in my reality too, but they're closing up. And it seems there may have been an echoing effect, like a splashing. When Gallifrey was frozen in time, it created a splash effect. You're an echo of me.
I'm not an echo.
He kind of gives you this look that you know so well.
I don't feel like an echo.
Wait, so you're the doctor and you're the doctor.
We're the doctor.
Where are you? Where how
This is Cillian, he's
how,
just joined me.
How,
Well, we-
how is this happening? Where are you, doctor? You say she's an echo of you? An echo from where?
It's
I
hard
don't
to explain.
understand.
Human?
Yes.
Human. Right. Well, it's a bit difficult to explain. What was your name, son?
Cillian.
Cillian. Cillian. It's something like this. We did something we probably shouldn't have done to save a planet from something that we probably shouldn't have done. And that caused sort of a stone in water effect. He's not an idiot, right? I can just say this straight out. You've taken him places already.
We haven't had much time, but
I've
he's
seen
very
some
smart,
shit.
very
doctor,
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Essentially, we did something very big that could have possibly shattered the space-time continuum for every relative universe.
But the alternative was worse, we promise.
Seems like everything worked out here, but what may have happened is images or reflections somehow of doctors from this universe splashed out. So there could be doctors maybe all over the place. I don't know.
Is it just us? Did anyone else come with us? He seems to have come with me.
I haven't received any other transmission, so it might be more, it might be just you. I don't know.
There could be infinite doctors.
Well, if
infinite
you want to get
realities?
technical, there is infinite doctors, there is infinite yous, there's infinite universes, there's
Oh,
infinite
God.
Pez dispensers if you want to get technical. But the truth of the matter is, in this case, you were created by what we did at Gallifrey, here in this universe, and I don't know how.
And me too?
I don't know about you, but my guess is that anyone who was somehow connected to the events of Gallifrey was pulled into whatever the heck it is that happened when we froze it in a moment of time.
Okay. So when we go back to my timeline, might I still be there?
I don't know if you can come back. And Doctor, if you came back to my universe, I don't know if you'd survive.
Would the universe survive?
Not enough data. I might be able
hell.
to communicate with you again, but just like we did last time, I'm having to drain a supernova to talk to you right now.
All right, well, Better make the best of each one then.
Cillian's mind is going.
It's not something we can do every day, exactly. We've been finding these tears on our side. Hopefully we'll find more, but well, I don't know whether to hope for it or not.
I don't know, but all I do know is wherever you are right now, you're going to have to answer the question. Are you the doctor?
Of course I am.
Then we'll be fine. And he gives you a smile, and it goes, and it disappears. And you guys hear the whirring, wheezing, and then the as the TARDIS comes to a halt.
Connected to Gallifrey?
What's Gallifrey? I mean, I'm just a bystander here. I have no idea what you're talking
Right.
about.
You're human, you're from Earth. I
Yes.
am a Time Lord. I'm from a planet called Gallifrey. It was destroyed or will be destroyed. We may have prevented it. There's a lot in that. That's what he was talking about.
So, in one of these parallel universes that apparently exist, I just have to go with that now.
Yeah.
Your
Well,
planet may have been destroyed, but it may not have been. And it may have already happened, it may not have happened yet.
It's a bit
We
complex.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yet, you don't say, Doctor.
But we need to see if your home is still there.
Yes.
Shall we?
What the hell? Let's do it.
We travel through time, we travel through space, and
In
we
for a
should
penny,
be
in for a pound, as they say.
London.
All right. You
Oh, it looks like London to me.
you stride forward, open the doors to the TARDIS to the streets of London. The moment those doors open, a few familiar scents and sights immediately hit you, Duncan.
Piss, for one.
Hopefully not
Silly.
streets full of Cybermen, nothing like
What's
that.
that?
Not
You
like
guys are-
streets full of Cybermen, nothing like that.
Now, y'all step out, look around. You're in an alleyway sort of area, but you see the main streets of London out before you.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Definitely
yeah,
London,
definitely
midday.
Love this city.
Midday,
and,
grey as all hell.
A few moments pass as you're kind of taking it all in, and then you hear somebody running down the alley, two people running down the alley, and you hear, "Doctor!" And coming at you from down the alleyway, running towards you. It's a moment of like, as running towards you, you see, unbelievably, the unmistakable visage of Captain Finn,
Maggie?
who you just left, and next to her is Roko Kokoko.
What?
Running at you at full speed, and they're both waving their arms like they're trying to get their attention, and it looks like they are just charging.
What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Doctor, we need your help. You're a doctor? Wait, you know her? We met, but I didn't know your
We've
name.
been
I don't
together
know
all
your-
these
you're
years
the-
and you never told me you met the doctor.
I didn't know she was the
We
doctor.
didn't know who we were. I didn't. How did you survive? How you were right? How are you here?
Listen, we don't have much time. We can't do this right here, okay? We're kind of running from something.
Oh, what's up? Running
Your,
from
your
what?
sensor,
Exactly.
your sensor. Do you want to go by Maggie or Finn?
Finn,
Finn, your sensor, Finn, is going off. The one that's detecting the second. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
yep.
It starts going off. It's not near here.
Doctor, all right, it's kind of hard to explain, but we got to move. There's something I need you to see. Do you want to come with us or not?
Oh, absolutely, shall we?
All right.
Yes.
So, all right, it's a bit...
Yes.
What
Brilliant.
happened? What happened to you after you fell through the hole? By the way, sorry for reaching for the device.
Which Bargo Bill, if you remember, he's given that to you, so you actually have it.
Oh, I had forgotten about that.
The map?
Yeah.
He remember
didn't
because
think of
Bargle
that.
snatched it out of the
I
air
did
when
not think
Roko
of
got
that.
sucked out
I'm
into
gonna have
space.
to make a note about
And
that.
Bargle handed it over, and so that's actually in your pocket as you're talking to Roko.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I was in the vacuum of space, which, if you'll recall, I didn't really find the most pleasant experience. I wasn't eager for it, and it didn't feel very great.
but there was some kind of warp in reality that I fell through into this, and a clipping of me made it through. And you can see that this looks almost exactly like, but not quite, the Rocococo that you knew. That the face is maybe a little wider, like kind of a smiling gecko instead of elongated, and a little mossier around the face. You can see these little blossoms, and
What's a clipping?
with plants, if you want to take just a little bit of it, you can replant it, and then that will grow out, and
very
it'll have
clever.
different branches and different
on the wrong
shapes.
track altogether.
Different shapes. I
Very
think the
clever.
cutting
I thought that was my coffee.
is the other one, but because I well, a little bit of me is plant that I can regrow in very difficult conditions, and this reality is what I'd call a difficult condition. But I'm so happy to see you again, and I'm even happier to know that you're the doctor. Oh, we've been looking for you.
You were brilliant. You saved all of us from that. Did we ever figure out what it was?
It was a reality, a destroying death beast.
Yes. That much did seem clear.
Yeah,
Wait, so
seems
what are we
about
running
right,
from?
All right, it's a bit of a long story, but basically we stole these from the TGs, and basically there's another Time Lord here.
There can't be. He's dead.
I know that, but there is. So if we could be quite quick about it, we kind of need to get there.
Are you Aunt Maggie?
Yes.
How
I
here?
know I look a little bit different, but the new arm and such.
At that point, when she waves her arm, you, as the sleeve of her coat comes down, it's cable. Like, she has a cybernetic arm. It's completely made out of this interesting, like, looking Durasteel. It almost looks like the T-800 arm, where you can see like the whirring gyros and
A
everything.
lot has happened since we last saw each other. It may have been a few moments for you, but quite a few years and a few adventures for me.
For us.
For us. That's right. So if we could get past the chit-chat, we kind of need to go.
Right. Where's this other Time Lord?
Well, we have it on our sensors that we got from the TGs, totally voluntarily relinquished, of course.
After a few hits, they gave him quite easily.
TGs, by the way, does not ring a bell for you at all.
Yeah, I've
You've
noticed.
never heard TGs before.
And what's a TG then?
Oh, right. The temporal guards.
The what?
You know, on Gallifrey.
Should I know that? This is a DM question.
DM.
I'm just checking that.
Just checking.
Okay.
Please hold.
Oh, am I running a game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah,
We're just
so
being
what was the
Doctor
question?
Who characters without you.
What about the TGs?
When they say Temporal Guardians, does that ring a bell?
That
Do
does
I-
not ring a bell. Temporal Guardians,
She said,
I mean,
you
there's a
know
lot of...
Polaris.
What's that?
Are they temporal guardians or temporal guards?
Temporal Guards.
Oh,
but,
sorry.
Okay.
But, I mean, it's not that far off.
Right.
You're not that far off base
Yeah.
calling
The
Guardians either.
message call them TGs.
They're just basically
Occasionally are
time
It
police,
wastes a
but
lot
temporal
of
guards.
time, like arguing over if they're temporal guards or temporal guardians. So we just say TGs.
But I don't have any idea what they're talking
There's
about.
been a lot of beings that you've encountered in the universe that like to play with those kinds of words and
Yeah.
use them for all sorts of things. You've
Yeah.
encountered a few humans that insist that they're temporal guardians, so to speak. But nothing that she is describing to you sounds familiar.
Did you say on Gallifrey?
Yeah.
Right. So that's there then.
What do you mean that's there? Of course that's there. That's where you're from. It's Gallifrey.
I'm from a bit of a different version of things and still getting my footing here a little bit.
Oh,
you remember we saw the-
surprise?
It's going to be a bit of a while ago for you, but do you remember we saw the pictures in Captain Ambrose's
Of course,
quarters?
it's my first wanted poster. I'll never forget it.
There was a picture of another me. He's the me
Right.
from your world. And he apparently isn't around.
I know.
Doctor,
Anyway,
in in this reality, the Doctor's dead.
Right.
He's
What
been dead for
happened?
quite a while.
Know how that happened, would you?
Well, no, nobody knows.
Right.
So the Doctor's dead, but there's another Time Lord in this reality.
Oh, there are many, many times. They
In
run
this
Gallifrey,
reality.
they run. Yes.
In our
I'm-
world, I was the last, or I would have been.
So it sounds like Gallifrey might have been saved then.
It does
If there
indeed.
are more than one Time Lord
It
now.
does indeed.
Yeah, there's a bit of a hiccup about that.
Oh, yeah.
We're not allowed to be here right now. You're not allowed to be on Earth. It's very much banned. So the fact that you're here
That's no fun.
and there's another Time Lord on this Earth, we
Rocco.
need to get there as quickly as
Your
possible.
device goes off that a temporal disturbance has been detected nearby.
It's like the Good Place.
So, I guess we're not the only ones
And we're
breaking
the
that
stars.
blockade because I'm having a little bit of a beep from.
That's when yours goes off too. A temporal alarm letting you know
That
that
is
a
the
temporal
most
disturbance
British
is taking
thing
place.
I've ever heard a not British person say.
This is not
I'm having a little bit of a beat.
Rococococo. You know what this means? It's about to be some fun.
Put a ban on Earth.
And as you say that, it's about to be some fun. Sure enough, at the end of the alleyway, you see two individuals coming around the corner. They look like they're in a bit of a rush. They look like they're looking for someone, possibly hunting somebody. When they round the corner, what strikes you immediately, Doctor, is they are dressed in full Gallifreyan battle armor. They have red plates on, sort of gold trim. They have helmets as well. No capes, but they do have laser rifles from Gallifrey. Go ahead and I would say go ahead and make your. This would probably be. I would say make this as an awareness ingenuity roll.
Okay. 4 and 9, 13. 17.
Okay. You're familiar with all sorts of versions of Gallifreyan battle armor, past, present, and future. This doesn't look like anything you've ever seen. It looks a little darker. It looks a little more ceremonial. Mm-hmm. It looks sinister.
Yeah.
There's a sinister quality to it, the way it kind of peels up on the side. It looks like it's designed to instill fear.
More military, more.
Yeah, these guys, they don't just look like they're soldiers, they look like they're probably agents or executioners or hunters or something you haven't seen, but they do have like that red helmet on as well. And when they come around the corner, in broad daylight here in London, they come around the corner and you see a couple of people that were just passing by the alley walk right past them like they're not there. And they look down the alley and spot all of you, and you hear them scream out at you. And you two, you have run into these bastards plenty of times. Another pair coming after you.
At least it's only two of them.
Yeah. They shout out, and we're going to immediately start combat.
Yep.
So, let us begin. And Doctor's like, give me a chance to find out what the hell's going on. So we're going to start straight up. So we need to find out. You guys are in an alley. There's not a whole lot of room to maneuver. The alley is about 7 feet across. And I would say maybe 60 yards, 60 feet, 60 or 70, not yards, but 60 or 70 feet down. So they're probably at about medium range, I guess, for firearms. That actually might be borderline long range, but and they are going to, their intent, I'm going to tell you now, their intent is they're just going to open fire down the alleyway, shooting to kill. Especially because it seems like they know exactly who these two are. You hear one of them shout, Finn! And they are going to raise their weapons to fire. So, starting things off, I need to know who's talkers, who's runners, who's doers, and who's fighters. But before you do that, just let me know what your intentions are and where you're going to fit into the initiative order. So we'll start with you, Sam.
Yeah, this turn I would like to run.
Well, there's a TARDIS behind you. You can get behind that. That
Yeah.
thing's
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to run long enough that I can shapeshift.
Oh, okay.
It's like get out of line of sight.
Okay, you're gonna take off around the corner then, to behind the TARDIS.
Yeah.
All right. So how about you, Duncan?
I'm gonna play innocent. I'm gonna try and talk my way out.
I
of
wasn't
it.
even supposed to be
I don't
working
know
today.
I don't know what's going on. Gonna play dumb.
Okay. So then, I'm wondering where that puts you in the initiative order. Playing dumb.
Initiative?
I'm guessing that would make you talker.
Yeah.
You're gonna basically. Okay, so you'll be
So
going.
would that be like presence, convince, or something?
If what's your intention? Because you're saying you're gonna pretend like you don't know.
I have no idea. I'm
what's
like,
going
I'm
on.
just some.
So then,
random
are you
guy.
going to try to convince them that you're just an innocent bystander
Yeah.
here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That
So
should be
then
easy.
you'll be a
That'll
talker.
work.
So yeah, you'll be a talker, and that will be a presence convince check when it's your turn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doctor, that big
What?
smile on your face.
Would it be talking or doing if I try to convince them all to do something?
If you're trying to convince, if you're talking to tell them, if you're pulling a doctor monologue or giving an order or anything like that in the initiative of combat, it's talking. So you'd be going first. Is that what you're gonna try to do?
Yes. Should I tell you now what I'm going to try to convince them to do, or in case it changes people's plans, or
Not
wait
yet.
till the talking?
Not yet, because what that means is in initiative order, it'll be.
It might override our intentions.
Right.
Right.
So.
But then you'd suffer a penalty.
Right. So.
Who would?
So next
I
up,
think if we change our intentions after we've declared them, there's a penalty to the action.
yeah, you get a
But-
negative 2.
Okay. We
I
have
don't know
stories.
why, but I feel like with that smile on her face, I know exactly what Gina's gonna do.
I have a cyber arm. I'm fighting.
I like. Okay.
Wait,
yes.
do I still have my weapons? I had a sword and a gun, didn't I?
I don't see why you would have relinquished them.
I didn't
Bring
think
a
about.
sword to a laser rifle
I
man.
didn't. Well, I've got a gun too. It's a really. It's like a. It's like a
limited.
400-year-old
thing.
gun, but.
Do I have any non like?
I'm gonna do.
I'm trying to do that as discreetly as possible.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, probably not, because
No.
it's been a long time.
All right.
Are you talking about like what you left your timeline with?
Yes.
Anything
Do I
from
have
the
any
ship or anything?
besides that?
Oh, I don't. After everything you've been through, I doubt you've kept any of the things that you had, particularly because the stuff that you.
Not from back then. Just
Oh.
anything new I've acquired that's
Oh,
not that thing.
Probably not.
Okay.
You guys have been
I
kind
go
of living
straight for that thing then,
Okay.
I guess.
Do you, there are alternatives.
Yeah. No.
You don't have to go for.
I'm not.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Nudge, nudge. Say no more. Say
Wink,
no
wink,
more.
nudge, nudge. Know what I mean? All right. So, all right. So yeah,
The suspense.
I know. What the hell are they talking about?
Living that metagame in life.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So you're just gonna go for it. Okay. But
Not that, but
okay.
Fighting.
I'll tell you what I do when it comes.
Okay. Cool. But you're fighting, basically.
fighting.
Okay. There's a second there. I'm like, I'm lost now. I don't know what's happening.
There's too many
There's
non-specific
too many.
words.
I don't know what's happening. All right. So talkers are
Authentic
up.
to Doctor Who.
So Doctor and Cillian, you guys are gonna have to decide who is gonna go first.
The doctor.
The doctor. You're gonna give it to the doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Everyone into the TARDIS. Let's get out of here.
All right. It's better than my idea.
I just wanted to run, Ash.
It's way better than my idea.
So to give you guys heads up, if you guys leave, you're going to lose that signal on that other Time Lord. And remember
Yeah.
what I told you all about
Bugger.
that?
Yeah.
The doctor doesn't know that though. So, okay.
The doctor doesn't know that.
Doctor doesn't know that yet.
Well, I mean, it still would be the thing I would do in that situation. That my character would do, I should say.
Okay.
I wouldn't do it, but
Well, the good news
But,
is you would technically take its penalty because you're changing what your action was going to be. But
yeah,
what am I going to do? Have you roll to open the door and run into the TARDIS? You guys are standing right out front.
it's not
Hey,
that.
doors
It's just,
can be very difficult, okay?
it's just for the sake of where we're going in a narrative sense.
Well-
it might be better to not do this.
Yeah,
do
but-
you know what I mean?
Well, which means that somebody might have to change. Somebody might have to change their action to stop the doctor from doing, because because she's just given the order, so nothing's happening yet. But if you decide to run into the TARDIS, I am going to have you roll with a -2 penalty, because I'm going to take it as and you just run into the TARDIS, and who knows what happens? Like you could fall for all you know if you like stumbling in because it wasn't what you were planning on doing.
That happens.
But next round, or Gina or Sam, if they have to stop you guys, they're gonna have to either change their action or declare it next round before it happens. If that's your intention to do that,
Okay.
or you guys could leave.
Well, I've got a really. I was thinking maybe I should just, shoot him in the face, but I've got such bad, combat.
What would Cillian do?
rolls. Honestly, he'd run. He's a huge coward.
Okay. All right.
Dangled over the edge of a pirate ship last year.
You know what? What am I talking about? Yeah,
It's
he's
true.
kind of turned out to be a badass,
The
hasn't
thing-
he?
the thing
I'm gonna
is-
shoot him in the face.
No, pretend I didn't give it to you. No,
The doctor's like, you're not a coward. No. You're right. I'm gonna kill him.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna kill him. Ah! I have no idea what I'm doing.
You're gonna pop
as
up shot?
usual. As usual.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna follow the doctor because I trust the doctor.
Okay, so you're gonna break with your action and try to get into the TARDIS then.
I am gonna try and get.
Okay,
into the
so
TARDIS.
then just make
Yeah, I
a.
probably won't
This
leave
is gonna be
without
a
doing it,
cord.
probably
This is
won't.
gonna be a straight up. I'm gonna make this a coordination. Why not?
And
We'll make this a coordination athletics roll.
Oh! You escaped like a boss.
That's right.
Is that
You
two
Stroll
TARDISes?
away.
Two TARDISes? You.
TARDIS.
Where did
it's-
Cillian go? You just see the TARDIS door going. Like that's it.
Before I'm even finished talking.
Everybody, you just see it disappear from you. It just takes off from the TARDIS. Oh, sorry.
so
yeah.
it was coordination and what?
It was going to be coordination and athletics, just as a straight up roll to get in the
So,
door. With
16?
a -2.
So 14.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get into the TARDIS, no problem. You're like, what? Yeah, okay. And so you throw open the doors and run up into the catwalk. You're just inside the doorway.
Throw up in the doors.
Yes. All right, so that's
After all this, I might actually.
runners is Roko. So
I'm gonna.
you hear the doctor scream, "Everybody to the TARDIS! We're getting out of here!" And you're gonna run behind the TARDIS.
I'm still running behind.
Okay, cool.
TARDIS.
You get behind the TARDIS
Yeah,
as
and-
you hearing everyone shout and the combat's about to break out. So that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, you get back. You disappear. All right, Gina.
Are we to me yet?
Finn, what are you doing?
All right. How close are they to us? How close are they to each other? What is in this alley?
They're standing about a foot, maybe 2 feet apart, and in this alley
Okay.
is your typical. It looks like your typical movie scene from an alley.
yeah. Are there garbage cans? Is
Yes.
what I want. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, there are garbage cans.
I think they're rubbish bins, but
Okay. Rubbish then.
Is that true?
That's very true. I should have caught that. Yeah.
Apologies. I'm from the
British
past.
consultant. Just falling down on the job.
I want to grab with my arm. I want to grab a rubbish bin and bowl down
Okay.
the alley at them.
All right. I'm just gonna let's say even or odd here.
I like the visual here.
That is a
Yes.
6. So
Getting even.
there's no the rubbish bin that's closest to you.
Yeah.
Actually isn't one that's just like a stand-up rubbish bin. It's a full-on like dumpster on wheels.
Okay, then I just shove it down the
Make
alley.
your roll. This is
What
gonna
is
be
it?
7-10 split.
this is gonna be a strength plus athletics check, and of course you have your bonus for having
I do.
yeah. Tell me what you get.
I'm. Whew.
She's giggling.
Okay.
Yeah, she's about to annihilate those Gallifreyans.
yay.
Are you still adding up? That's not good for them.
20.
20?
Okay, before I murder them right now, my intention was a silly rubbish bin that I just knocked them over so we could run. I was not trying to kill them.
I'm just surprised. So you not only succeed, but that's good.
Yeah.
So you go over the success. So this is what takes place.
Yeah.
Let me make their rolls because they're opening fire, but they're gonna get.
You're like, one moment, So how's that piracy going?
So how are you? How's the piracy treating you?
So many illicit movies.
So I get to
Okay.
cause so much different damage with so many different weapons.
You're kind of
Yay.
gobsmacked, Doctor, as
Bit,
you watch Finn lean over and put her hand, this metal hand, when she grabs the side of that steel garbage like dumpster, those small ones on wheels, like the one we have in the parking lot here, and she sinks her fingers into the steel, and you see her push it, and this hundreds pound this dumpster goes skidding down, with whether its wheels are working or not, goes skidding down the alleyway, smashing through rubbish that's off on the side, throwing another garbage can out of the way. Just as the temporal guards open fire, you hear those familiar horrible sounds you remember from the war of those weapons discharging. Almost sends you into a full flashback of what it was like. The screams, the shouts, the guns going off, and you hear the lasers discharge, and you see those guns, which were trained on killing everybody in this alley, are now smashing into the sides of this dumpster as it comes sliding down this, sparks flying up underneath it. They both, as it approaches them, they both throw themselves out of the way, ramming into the walls. This thing goes skidding out into the street. You see a car just kind of barely miss. A double-decker bus comes like skidding off to the side and just barely hits it. A bunch of tourists are like, "Oh my god!" As this garbage can goes skidding out into the street. And that is the end of the first round of combat. Yeah, wow, she didn't do that last time you saw her.
That's new.
New toys. You hear all sorts of commotion going on outside, Cillian, and you're very happy you're not out there. That's going to be a new round. So we're going to start off again. Talkers, runners, doers, fighters. They are going to be, their intention, I'll tell you all now, is to pull it together because they just threw themselves out of the way. So they're going to try to resume their positions. So this round, I'm going to let them take cover. That's going to be their action. That's their intention.
Okay.
So we'll start with you, Sam.
All right.
You shape-shifting?
Yeah, is that...
That'll be your
that's-
action then.
Okay.
Yeah. So your face immediately begins to form. Everything you know about humans, you've been studying them for a while now. It seamlessly, effortlessly forms. You look however you want to look now.
Yeah,
As you
You going
shape-shift.
human?
I am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. That's what your action is going to be this round. So that's going to be a doer. So what are your intentions, guys?
Talking.
Talking?
How does it, like, I'm trying to figure out, if I've said everybody get in, but then you've pushed a giant trash can, which was very helpful, can I tell whether you are listening to me and maybe planning to do things, or do I need to persuade further?
Make the call.
Yeah.
Because the scene is set up, but you don't know.
You're already inside. You've gone behind.
Well,
Doctor,
I still have
It's
to
chaotic,
act
for
this-
sure.
I still have
Yeah.
to act this turn. Did you go in the TARDIS? What did you?
Not yet. So we're only on we're only on announcing intentions.
You're in,
But in the
no one
last-
else is in
But
yet.
in
Nobody
the
else is
last
in the
round,
TARDIS.
What did the Doctor do?
Her action
talk, get in
was
the TARDIS.
talker. She was giving the order for everybody to get in.
Yeah. Okay. I know what I'm gonna do this round.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Are you talking? What are you doing?
Fighting.
You're gonna fight?
Yep.
Okay, cool. What are you gonna do this round?
I'm not going in until everyone else is in. So
Okay.
I guess I'm...
So what you would want to do this round, actually we probably should have done this last round, as we're all kind of acclimating to this new game system. But since you shouted out an order to get everybody in the TARDIS, what we should probably do from now on is when you make an order like that, then we basically have you roll. And everyone has to make... Vast is
Saving
very similar in
throws.
this regard, where you guys are going to roll, and then everyone's going to have to roll to resist the order, kind of thing.
Okay.
Do you know what I
Well,
mean?
then should we roll now to see if we
If you're going to follow, we can retro this, and if you want to say, Doctor, if you want to get them into the TARDIS this round, we can have everybody roll, so that this way everything that happened last round will still stand, but this round, if they take the order, then everyone will go in.
I don't want to force anyone to do anything. I just think you should.
Yes, well,
but we're all in this together.
Yeah.
And our best
know, Doctor,
hope
but-
is to get in the TARDIS.
the pressure is on, Doctor.
And you are the leader.
Okay, so what do I roll?
Okay, so if you're going to try to convince them to go in, so this is not forcing them. This is basically laying down a really compelling argument as why they should go in.
Yeah.
And shouting it passionately enough is probably a pretty compelling argument for the Doctor. So you're going to roll presence plus convince. And
Plus convince.
anybody who does not want to go in the TARDIS needs to roll resolve plus... oh, you know what? He told me about this. 1 second. Let us refer to the rules. This is our first, real... We're trying to get into the resisting the compulsions of arguments here. But yeah, for the most part, oh, here we go. That was easy. Here we go, mental
Flipping
conflicts.
to random pages as if on
Example,
that page will be
resolve
some
presence.
information.
Oh, you never
Oh,
know.
sweet. So it's
You're the doctor. That's totally a thing.
I've spent a story
think he's
point to land on the
got
page.
presence to resist
Okay.
the doctor's
Okay.
order.
I just think we'd better. A change of setting might be in order.
No!
No!
So what did you roll for your okay, so then this is how we do this. So first of all, what was your roll, Amy?
Mine was 18.
18. So what was your roll, Agina?
8.
So a difference of 10?
Does my hot-headedness play into this?
No.
Is like a stubborn +2 or anything?
Basically, the way this would kind of work is Amy's roll. You set the difficulty for what Amy needs to get to convince you to do what she's got to do, what she's asking you to do. That doesn't mean that you immediately are compelled to do it. Typically, you would take it would be tracked by taking damage, so to speak, on your resolve. I believe this, and I'm sure our guy is going to come into chat and but essentially to find out whether or not you are losing the convincing here. That is so dramatically higher than what you've got.
Yep.
The doctor must have a
But
plan.
information I
Doctor.
don't have.
What's that?
I know, which is why I was talking.
You have story points. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Everyone has story points, so you don't have to surrender.
You don't have to
Yeah.
spend them on me.
I love how everyone's like, "I'm sorry, I've got to do this. Don't do it. Don't do what I'm telling you to do, please."
Okay, she's just saying get in, right?
Everybody in the TARDIS, we're leaving.
Oh, you said leaving?
Yep.
No.
If you
Right, but with story points, it would only bump it 2.
the
And that's
roll,
still not that
the
great.
roll, yes, the roll, yes. But if you want to spend more than 2 story points, I can let you change the narrative. So if you spend, so what you could do right now is you could burn 4 story points, and I'll let you.
It's top of the show, man. I need those.
Yeah, but we're actually getting better at handing story points out. So for good
true,
role
that's
playing and
true.
heroic stuff and all that good stuff, and role playing your flaws also will give you story points.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I was trying to play my hot-headed, but
so if you want to do that
Role
here,
playing your flaws,
So,
like
yeah.
the things you.
so like
look
in your
at.
traits in your character
Yeah.
sheet, if you're somebody like Finn, for example, Maggie, she is hot-headed.
no.
So
Could you tell?
what we
You
could
have
do
to tell me to
here.
call you Finn, by the way. I don't know to do that.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
What we could do here is hot-headed could either go 2 ways. I could make it so it's more difficult for you to be convinced to do things because you get so ticked off. If you want to, just as a storyteller ruling, until we smooth out the rules even further, I will say I'll let you spend 4 story points to explain to the doctor this round. You guys can't leave if you want to
Okay,
keep this. Do you know what I
take
mean?
them. Take them from me.
And from that, and for spending those story points, basically what I'll let you do is I'll let you completely nullify
Her order.
the order
Cool.
for Sam as well. So because
okay.
Sam has the same information that you do.
There should be some mechanic where you can just tell me the thing that I don't know.
I'm almost certain there is, and
Yeah.
what you,
We
but the
will
thing
learn
is,
it someday.
We will learn it, but for
Yeah.
now,
But today is not that day.
I'm almost certain there is because your action basically, because this turn your intention was to talk, right?
yeah.
So
No.
so you know what we could do? Let's
Yeah.
do this.
Oh.
Bear with us,
Are
everybody.
you higher in initiative?
Let's do this. So your intention was to talk. So what we
Yeah.
can do is, if the doctor's given that order, you can now make a roll, because you're up next in the initiative order.
Uh-huh.
So I'll let you make a roll to see if you can convince the doctor. The 4 story points are still gonna have to be spent,
Okay.
but I'll let you be able to throw this back at the
It
doctor.
just nullifies the immediate I have to go.
Yeah. For now, I think until
Okay.
we get this a little more solid, I think that's a fair, balanced way of doing this.
That's fine.
Otherwise, the doctor, because otherwise, the doctor, when the doctor says something like that, it means the doctor's got a plan.
Yeah.
Maybe the doctor knows something you don't, and
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah.
So in this case, no.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
She's
let you.
higher ranking. I just need to convince her not to.
Yeah. So basically, lets you change the moment.
I just don't want to kill anyone or be killed by anyone.
Exactly.
All right. So Gina, what are you
Yeah.
gonna do? It's your turn.
it's right up? Okay,
yeah,
it's
you're
me
next
now.
because you're
All right.
talking. Yeah.
This way.
Doctor, we cannot leave, all right? If we go inside the TARDIS, we'll lose the signal. We cannot lose the signal. We have to get to the Time Lord.
Are you sure?
The TGs cannot get to them first.
Oh goodness. Well, we can't. We could not leave the time. We could just leave this alley.
Will I know if that will cut the signal? If we don't leave London, if we just move.
Yeah, if you stay in this time zone, if you stay close to the signal, jumping in the TARDIS, you probably won't lose it.
I didn't
If
know
you-
that. I thought you just
certainly
meant
be in the
moving
same
in
century.
general.
If you leave, you will lose the signal. If you guys jump somewhere else in London, you won't lose. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
If you guys took off in the
I
TARDIS.
misunderstood.
Because
I
the doctor
wouldn't
said,
have
I'm
fought."
leaving. And I was like, and that's why I'm saying, if you leave, you're going to lose it.
Okay.
But
Well,
if
at
you
least we have
guys,
the
if you guys
information
hop
now.
somewhere else here in London, you should be fine.
We
But
just pop the door open and be like, Cillian, do you know anywhere we can hide?
The Winchester?
So real quick, because we're still. So what were you doing, Cecilian? What was your action this round? You were talking as well. No, you were
sorry.
fighting.
I'm fighting.
Okay,
I'm
so-
gonna
I've jumped
peek
all
out the
over
door
words.
and
That's fine.
shoot at him with my 400-year-old
What were you doing,
gun.
Sam?
I'm shapeshifting.
Okay, you've shapeshifted then.
yeah.
That's your action.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what happened. So we can't leave. She tells you that. And you turn around to say, ask Cillian, Cillian, is there a place we can hide? And what you see is a flintlock come out of the TARDIS and pull the trigger.
Because they're still hiding behind cover, firing
Yeah.
at us. I'm behind cover. I'm firing back.
Yeah, you
right?
Cillian, no!
From the TARDIS,
Doctor,
Cillian
yes.
sticks his hand out the door and boom! Go ahead and roll. Tell me what you get.
What am I adding? Strength and
Is this going to
fighting or
be
something?
no? This is coordination and marksman.
Okay, so where's marksman? There it is. So I got 15.
Yeah, you did.
15. Okay.
Blimey. See, he hasn't lost his courage.
More of courage than firing guns.
You lady.
You actually hit.
Hell yeah.
You shot the hell out of a
proud of him, the
time.
doctor
You
said
just
it.
shot
I know.
a Time Lord.
In the face.
Oh, man. What have I done?
What have
I told you not to give him guns!
How did I even let you bring that thing on the TARDIS?
Stupid tall Jim.
So what ends up happening is, so you rolled a. Well, I'm sorry. What was your roll again?
15.
15. Okay, yeah. So what ends up happening is, you guys watch as they're getting up to collect themselves, because this round they're going to open fire again. Or no, I'm sorry. This round they're getting up. They're gathering themselves, so that their action is basically to set up so they can open fire. And you guys next round, as one of them is getting up, you hear, Doctor, your ears ring as a gun goes off right next to your head. And oh my gosh, the sweet smell of gunpowder. Maggie, you haven't smelled that. Finn, you haven't smelled that in so long.
Maggie Finn, it's cool.
Maggie Finn. You see that gorgeous puff of white smoke, and it takes you straight back to what it was like firing cannons off the side of the Saucy Jack.
You got that from your ship.
Gunpowder.
That's, yeah.
I
Bam!
guess
That,
it's your gun, really.
yeah.
Totally my gun.
So the gun pops.
This smells
The recoil. You see one of these, the time guards, the temporal guards at the end of the alleyway. You see he's getting up to get behind and kind of drop down to one knee and to prepare to shoot you guys down the alleyway. And you see a spark explode off the side of his shoulder plate as he goes falling back onto the pavement, as a solid metal slug slams into his armor, knocking him straight down. He says something. You didn't hear it, but you're pretty sure it was a foul word as he goes down. The other temporal guard doesn't even react. Like almost as if the life of their partner does not matter to them. Doesn't even react. He just levels the gun.
Go!
When you say that, we're going to be at the top of the next round. So also real quick, I did a quick review while we were having our conversation. I think if you want to, the way we're doing it is a little loose. So I think if you ever want to compel somebody or force somebody to follow your order, that would be your intention. And then we make rolls, and that's when we do social combat, essentially.
Okay.
So that
Like
round
this?
probably, yeah. So we'll know for the future, and we'll get that down.
But if it's
Because-
just a suggestion, then it's
Yeah,
just a
then I'm
talking,
not gonna.
like-
Yeah. Then we won't go, because that would be hell. So we're not gonna hijack the game like that. So, so moving forward, this round, one of these guys is on the ground. He's on his back. Doesn't look like he's getting up this. Well, I mean, it looks like he's going to have to get up this turn before he can do anything else. But his partner's going to open fire. His intention is to fight. And in fact, let's look at. Oh, yeah, he's going to shoot you, Gina.
Of course.
You see that rifle aim right at you.
A sight I've seen many times.
Yes, you're like, I've looked down the barrel of one of these
I
bastards.
can't nullify a gun from across an alley with my sonic, can I?
Possibly. Yes. Sonic screwdrivers and
can try.
technological guns. Yes, the doctor's done it before.
Yeah, it's super techy.
How far, like from?
It's 60
there a
yards.
range
You
on
might
that
have to get closer, but so it's risky. But yes,
All right, I guess I'm doing.
I'm gonna give you a story point. So gain a story point.
All right, so
you're
he's
doing,
shooting me. What am I rolling to protect
At the
myself?
end
We're
of the
not there
round,
yet.
though,
We're still
but
doing
Oh,
it.
clear.
Yeah,
Clearest
yeah.
intention.
Apologies.
That's okay. So you're doing, Duncan. What are you doing?
Well, after my lucky shot, I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm going to go for it again. Going to aim for the other one.
So you're gonna have to reload because it's a flintlock.
Oh, of course.
You're gonna have to
I
put
am.
powder in the barrel. You're gonna have to jam it down.
That sounds like too much of a hassle.
Yeah, do you even have
I
more
totally
ammo?
picture you going,
or did
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, right. That's right. Yeah.
Does he
This isn't a
have
Michael
more
Bay
ammo
movie. I
now?
forgot. What's that?
Does he have more ammo?
Yeah?
Probably.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
because
Thank
you
God.
saddled up. You saddled up for a
Yeah.
fight.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
So-
I should maybe.
I wanna
so I'm
smell that
reloading
again.
then.
Okay.
I'm reloading.
What's what?
Junkies.
So
Can I fail at
It's
that?
been a
Because
long
I
time.
can totally
so let
fail
me.
at
So
that.
here's the question of the hour: Has Cillian, an Englishman from the 21st century London, ever in his freaking life loaded a flintlock pistol from 1700s and
You
aimed
might
it to
chance
fire?
like an SCA nerd.
I know.
might
Are you a
be.
member of the SCA? Well, I should say the
I-
SCA. We don't have guns in the SCA unless you're like late period pirates, and we don't use them.
I think it's
She is
reasonable.
like period pirates. That's
I
literally
think
what
it's
she is.
reasonable
Early
that
18th century.
tall
Yeah.
Jim would have at least shown him after giving it to him because we were about to go to war.
Tell you what, if you spend a story point, I'll let you be like, oh, I think I remember how to do this.
Well, the other thing is I've got good ingenuity and craft.
This looks like it's
This would be, believe it or not, this would actually be a technology roll.
That makes sense.
Technology.
Old
Yeah.
tech, but tech.
Yeah, it's tech.
Where's tech? I'm
I mean, you're an
okay.
electrician.
I think I'd better spend a story point.
Okay, cool. Then, you remember what Tall Jim said to you?
I think I do.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, yeah. Tall
So,
Jim, who,
I was-
by the way, secretly was in love with Captain Finn.
Was he?
Yes. And I only say so because we'll never see him again.
Will
We don't know
Or will
that.
we?
Not in this round.
Aw.
Storyteller
Aw.
secrets, just divulging it. Just divulging.
I bet he
So-
was a little sad that I didn't make him second in command then.
You had two
Uh,
ships. Maybe he ran the
There's
other way.
probably
Oh, that's
mutiny after you
true.
left.
Yeah, because there were two ships. I
That's
think-
right. Then Tall Jim
Yeah.
I totally put him in charge
Okay.
then.
Was he cute?
Tall Jim?
Never established it.
Yes. He was
Oh,
a
was he?
tall, yeah, we'll say he was a tall, handsome,
Tall, dark,
black
handsome
Britishman who just had that. He was, oh, let's
That
make him,
would have
let's
been
make him look like, what's his
information-
name, who played Luke Cage. We'll make him, yeah.
Oh.
That was Tall Jim.
You should have told me.
I know. You've got to get back to
I
the
would have treated
1700s.
Tall Jim way differently. I was picturing like a small weaselly guy
Let's
with
just
my sort of physique.
No, let's just take a moment and just acknowledge that whatever your feelings
Tall
as
Jim
a
was a
comic
beef
fan
cake.
or whatever, however you might feel about Luke Cage, that show was packed full of pretty people. That was like some of the prettiest television. That was like a lot of pretty people in that show. Like, damn. All right. So, all right. So before we went off on that, whatever the hell that was, what were we doing? We were playing Doctor Who, right?
Somebody alley or something.
We were
Establishing
imagining
for the third
the
round.
teaching
He's firing-
scenario.
You're loading your gun. You're going to reload the gun,
firing.
and
So
you
he's
just
doing-
shapeshifted. So,
So that was my second round, and
what are you doing this one?
this round I'm going to talk.
Okay.
Ooh.
Talkers are up first.
Fighting.
Fighting. And you're talking. No, you're doing. You're running up to. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you gonna say?
So now that I'm shapeshifted,
Yes.
and I don't look like the person
Yeah.
that they, but I do have
And
a
you're still wearing.
temporal guard
You're still wearing your clothes.
sensor
Yeah.
on my wrist.
Mm-hmm.
I come out and say, everyone, hold your fire. We're all on the same team. We're all TG. Stand down.
That's gonna be a tricky roll.
Yes, it is.
That is gonna be a very tricky roll.
But I hoping that looking like them a little bit, not looking like the person who just
It's
snuck
funny.
behind the TARDIS.
We just dodged. We just dodged this whole scenario because we didn't know social combat. We're jumping into it big time now.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you're
but
trying to
they're NPCs.
convince. You're trying to convince
All
two
three of us,
TGs.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, the
Just one.
TGs. Right.
Yeah.
Or does the other one still alive?
Well, you can if you if you only try to convince one. Then
Well, I thought the other one got shot.
The other one's down and will be getting up.
Oh,
this
he's
turn.
still.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
So-
doing. to get
Apologize.
I'll
back
tell you
up.
right
Not
now.
killing him. I know you were
A
trying
metal
to kill
slug
him, but
from the
I was.
17th century
Thanks.
against
Not
Time
gonna-
Lord body armor.
You don't want him.
It was just
you
like
don't
a-
want him dead.
Probably
I
just
want him
stunned
dead.
him a little bit.
Okay.
Why do
Like
you
he
not
was
want him
stunned that
dead?
you tried this.
Yeah. Yeah.
to
He's a
kill
little.
us.
You basically hurt his self-esteem.
rather new
Right,
would be
that's
dead,
fine.
really.
What's that?
I'd rather new would be dead, really.
Yeah.
Guess you're a little more advanced beyond, you know.
I'm missing
my
dialogue.
eye
What's
for an
I
eye
love your planet, but your
primitive
fondness for
ways.
those things is not my favorite part of it.
Only human. We're really bad at that.
Guns are so cool, though.
bit of it.
Okay.
Flintlocks are so fun, though.
They are. It's fun to say flintlock.
It really is.
Say, I've got a flintlock.
I mean, I'm living out all my Jack Sparrow fantasies right now.
Cool.
But, this is the 21st century, I can say that, can't I?
And I think I remember you saying that Johnny Depp actually did a pretty decent job with an accent. Isn't that
He
right?
did. One of the most convincing jobs I've ever seen, actually.
Nice.
Very convincing.
Nicely done.
Okay. Let's see here. Clara and the Doctor are exploring Strange Mansion. They're rumored to be haunted. Clara finds blah blah. Men are controlled. Great intelligence, which is bad. Trying to convince. So presence funds convince roll. Whisper
shoot.
coordination.
I hope they don't recognize
Even
me.
this
I don't know
one
what
is-
they think I am.
Okay. No resistance. Excellent. Actually, let's go.
Yeah, I'm standing in front of the TARDIS.
Yeah. They would know.
Okay.
Not exactly
so,
easily hideable.
So this is gonna be how steep your roll is. Okay. So these guys are temporal guards.
Yep.
And they, first of all, they've identified
Yeah.
Finn,
I have my face.
and they have identified the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Well,
Shouldn't.
let me put it this way:
wonder where the TARDIS
that's
of this
incredibly
world
safe to
is.
assume, because this is a pair of Time Lords, and there's not a person in Time Lord society who doesn't know what that box is.
I'm a bit. Well, no. They've never
so-
seen this before, but.
But it's such a
Kind of a
confusing
big
statement.
deal.
There is a chance. There's going to be a serious
saying there's a
complication. So I'm going to give you a negative
declared it.
6 to your roll.
I've declared it. It's been declared.
You've got a negative 6 to
You
your
got
roll.
this. Go.
You do, like I said, you do have story points.
Yep.
And
For now.
yeah,
We'll see in, like,
But this is
3
going to be
seconds.
this is going to be tricky. I'm
Yep.
going to put this at tricky with a negative 6 penalty. Go ahead and make your roll. If you're going to spend story points, you have to do it before your roll.
You can spend one to add 2 dice, yeah?
That sounds like a great idea.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to be so stunned. if you pull
Do
this
the
off.
same.
All right, go ahead and do it.
As stunned as that guy that just got hit
Yeah.
with flintlock, he's feeling pretty stunned
Let's
right now.
see how they do.
All right.
Minus 6 to whatever you got.
Yeah. Well, I'm a pretty convincing person, so we'll see how this works.
That's true. That's kind of what you're geared towards. So let's see what you
So
do.
I'm giving it a try.
Okay.
Okay. So the dice are. Let's see. 7 plus 8, 15 plus 5 is 20. Out of minus 6.
Out of minus 6, you got a 20. So this is the power of story
Wait,
points,
wait.
folks.
Wait, whoa. You rolled a 20, including the minus 6?
Correct.
Holy moly!
4 dice plus
I'm
your
so
stats.
glad you're on
Story
my team
points,
this whole
though.
time.
Story points.
Okay.
To be noted, we got the classic combo in the middle of that.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
Those,
Yep,
are,
yep.
those are bound to be
You
my
succeed.
dice then.
But for sure. Yeah.
yes, but.
It's not as good as yes and, but I'll take it.
Yeah. So that is. So there's confusion. You have sowed confusion on
I've
their.
done my job.
It's enough to make them. They're going to change their action. It's going to make them change it from fighting to. Well, essentially, since they come in the last round of combat, they're going to lose their action this round because they're going to hold their fire. She's not going to open fire on you.
I appreciate that.
Not that it would have mattered because here comes the doctor. But we have another talker, if I'm correct. Are you
Nope.
talking?
Nope, it's all doing.
That was last
and-
one.
That was the last one? Okay, so doers are up next then. Or
Yeah,
runners.
they are.
Runners are up next, but there's no
Oh.
runners.
Yeah.
So doers.
Okay, so would running up and nullifying that gun ruin the effect you've just achieved by claiming that you're one of them?
That is the question.
Choices are made.
On
in
the other hand, if I can disable their guns, that's probably for the best.
Yeah.
So this
Do that
round,
anyway.
you can run up. I will let you get in range and activate your Sonic to disable the weapons. It will be a roll.
I hope I don't ruin your plan, but I don't want them to shoot us. I say out of character.
Actually, that's probably something that Doctor would say in character, I would think, right?
Well, I'm
Don't
pretty sure
shoot us.
I don't want them to catch on that you've lied to them. It's
That's a good
not
point.
thing I should say out
That's a
loud.
good point. That's a good point.
I don't want to ruin your plan, but pardon me while I ruin your plan.
All right. You guys watch as the Doctor charges on up. All right, cool. Doctor charges on up. Sax immediately appears in the alleyway.
I summon Sax.
Oh, I just wanted to say to everyone watching at home, we just crossed 33,000 subscribers.
Oh, no kidding! Yeah!
Yeah, and so thank you all for subscribing and for helping us make this amazing channel. And I'm going to think of something to do for you guys for that because we had not expected it to happen this fast. And we're doing something at 35K as well. So and the Pikachu suit's coming. So all that's happening.
33K and a.
Holy hell, 33K.
Very fast. And,
That's so
and anyway,
awesome.
we love you and we love these people
Thank
and you
you,
love
guys.
this game, so keep playing it. Yay!
Is Ryan here? Tell him to give me a coffee. Oh, he's sick.
He's sick.
He's sick of your coffee.
Go us. That's fucking amazing.
33K.
Thank you.
That's
Thank
exciting.
you,
Well done,
everyone. Thank
Doctor.
you. That's cool.
Yes, I take personal credit for this, but that was my roll. I rolled extremely well. I rolled to have 33,000.
Before we jump back in the game, I just want to tell a quick story. Every time I go over to Matt and Marisha's house, because I take care of Marisha's bird Dagon when they go out of town, and every time I go over, I have to leave Critical Role on the television set because when Dagon hears them talking, she calms down. So I just leave the YouTube channel on so Dagon can hear Critical Role all the time.
Can someone do a version of that his master's voice thing with the dog and the Victrola, but it's the bird and Critical Role is on in the background?
Right?
And
Yeah.
Victrola.
But the point of the story
in a
is
sentence.
I've been watching as a result of this. I've seen the subscriber count in every episode as it started off. Like I remember back when it was just
5K
like
and a bear.
yeah,
It was a big deal.
It's
it
nuts.
used to be
Yeah.
a big deal,
Big
but
deal.
y'all are crazy, and it goes
33K.
so much
It's
further.
fucking awesome. Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Okay, let's jump back in.
Do things.
Lots of stuff is going on.
Right,
You
things
are
are
going to
getting
try to
this.
Sonic
Yes,
this
I
thing.
need a Sonic.
Oh, yeah.
You do. Check this one out. This one's got this,
That's a legit Sonic.
and then,
That one's so pretty.
you can find these at the BBC. All right, so
I once made my own Sonic out of hot glue. Of
course you
I
did.
like sculpted it out of hot glue because I
She
was
can
like,
craft
I
anything.
needed.
Y'all might not know
you should be
this.
running this game. I'm going to go play.
I'm gonna bring it next time for you, so
I
you
don't
can
know what
have
your
something to
character's
hold.
craft score is.
It's
but
not
yours
high.
is off the chain.
Finn is
Gina's
not
craft
good.
scores. Gina's a wizard.
You're trying to basically Finnick Gallifrey tech with a sonic screwdriver.
You know Gallifrey.
This is Time Lord technology, putting it at technology level 10.
got
So,
Tech-Adept?
this is not going to be easy, Doctor. But if there's anyone that can do it, because you've also got the bonus, because don't you have a trait that gives you a bonus?
Yes, Tech Adept.
Yes. So, and don't forget, your sonic screwdriver has 2 story points of its own.
Yes, it does. Did it get them back since
Yeah,
last time?
yeah, yeah,
Okay. We spent one of them last time.
But
You plugged it in with the
the
USB-C
Sonic
and it
points
recharged the story
don't
points.
regenerate until next time. Is
You
that right?
There's not really a rule about that.
Yeah.
Story points are usually handed out by the storyteller for good role playing or for like a successful adventure. They're basically experience points that you can spend in game.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
so
just
did
mean.
it come back then?
I just mean
I-
specifically for
Yes,
the
the
Sonic.
GM
For
said
me,
so.
for me, for the Sonic, one of the bonuses I'm going to have for the gadgets, and this is just sort of a storyteller ruling, is that at the end of every game session or at the end of a story moment or arc or scene, whatever, when something concludes and there's been some time, I'm going to let gadgets have their story points back. So your Sonic will have regenerated 2 story points.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we'll spend one of the Sonic's points if I can borrow some.
Yeah,
of
go
these
for it.
dice.
You're going to burn for the extra dice?
Yeah.
Okay. So because this is a straight roll, I'm going to set this difficulty at difficult, which means you need a 21 or better.
All right. And it's ingenuity technology.
Ingenuity and tech.
I
right.
think you got it.
13, 14, 15 to start.
So you need a 6.
Oh, $2. Daleks.
Oh
That's what
my
you get for not
God.
rolling in the TARDIS dice tower.
This is
Only
punishment.
just did it.
What did I
Bloody
just say? Sorry.
Was it
13,
15?
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 22.
Oh,
Yes!
That's a yes, but
That is a yes, but.
definitely a yes.
that's a
but.
yes, but.
Yes, but I've ruined your plan. I'm so sorry.
That's probably the yes but.
Okay. Okay, so you watch as the doctor runs up there. You whip out the sonic screwdriver like a rapier and point it straight at them. And you see that gorgeous gold glow at the very end from your brand new sonic screwdriver light up. You hear that familiar
that my
buzzing
metal?
sound. You hear that familiar buzzing sound as it activates. And you guys watch as both of the weapons of these Time Lords pops. There's a minor explosion. One of them happens in the face of the guy who was lowering his weapon. And you see his head jerk back as he now goes down onto the pavement, essentially nullifying any hold your fire effect. However, their weapons are inert now. They just go off as you see sparks fly off the sides of these guns. That was a hell of a roll.
Hell of a roll.
Hell of a roll.
Freaking Daleks. not helping.
And you see them go back. Yeah. So as this Time Lord hits the ground, and you see smoke rising up from the top of his helmet, he kind of puts his hands in front of his face and goes, "Oh!" The other one is getting up off the ground. I'm going to give them a -2 penalty, but that one is going to draw a second weapon.
Yeah!
It's
But
not a
wait,
gun.
there's more.
It's not a gun though. You see this second Time Lord come around, and you see this wicked smile go across his face as he stands up and says, "Sonic technology. You are a Time Lord." And he pulls out. It's a knife for sure, and it looks like it's an older sort of. It looks like a war-torn weapon, like something he probably has used in battle before, because it looks like it's a ringed knife. And the handle is unmistakably made out of an eye stalk of a Dalek. And there's this blade that's just kind of jutting off on the side.
I hate my
Just
stupid
from
planet.
looking at it, you can tell this thing has been used many times. And you see him pull it off of his belt and start stalking towards you, Doctor, who is not far from him at all.
Towards you, Doctor, who is
It's okay.
not.
Still my turn.
He said it.
So the things have gone from bad to really bad.
It's okay, it's still my turn.
Yes.
Okay, how close are they to me and her? Or I guess the one that's moving.
So if you were here,
Yeah.
the Doctor's here. This is the Doctor now. And here comes the Time Lord approaching.
Okay.
They're going to have a -2. I'm going to give them, sort of retroactively, I'm going to give them a -2 penalty because they took 2 actions technically this turn, getting up off the ground and then moving towards the Doctor with the knife drawn. So, but you're going to be, yeah, the Doctor's about to get into a knife fight.
Did I reload?
It doesn't look like you can hit, it doesn't look like you'll need to hit person more than once with that knife that this Time Lord is holding.
Huh. Did I reload this round or the previous round?
This is what you're doing this round. You're...
What would I do? What would I do?
Do you remember that Jim Jeffries stand-up where he's talking about why muskets are so awesome because you have time to reconsider what you're doing?
Yes.
And he's like, "Oh, you're not a bad guy." He just changes his mind.
Okay. I pulled
You pull it.
the thing. But I'm gonna do something else with it.
Okay, so anybody who is watching, so you're gonna use it, yeah?
Yeah, I'm using it.
Okay, so you're gonna take a -2 because you weren't initially you weren't fighting this
Yeah, I
turn.
was.
You were
Yeah.
you were gonna
Yeah,
fight.
fighting
Yeah,
was this
she's
round.
declared
Oh,
fighting.
okay. So
She was not convinced.
you guys watch as Finn reaches into her coat and pulls out her flintlock. Yeah, very recognizable flintlock, except for that it's covered in tech you've never seen before. It has all sorts of gadgets, like additions that have been added onto the barrel. The barrel itself does not look like the old barrel at all, but it still has that same polished wood that kind of cradled the barrel. Has the same trigger and everything. And as she pulls this thing out and points it, you watch a scope go float off onto the side. Go ahead and make your shot, Finn.
Okay,
What are you shooting at?
okay, so
Are you going to try to disarm this guy? Is that what you were planning on doing?
yes, but I'm doing something specific.
Okay.
just a little something. Don't.
Humans in your guns!
No, listen. Maggie has been killing a lot. However, she's a little embarrassed to do it in front of you now because she remembers. So, out of respect for you, Finn is going to shoot up at the building that he's standing next to and to try to make rubble fall on his head.
You'll
Can
definitely
I
need
do
to
that without
yes.
killing everyone in that
You
building?
can totally do that, and this is a moment where story points are specifically designed for.
Cool.
Because you're taking.
I'm spending a lot of story points in this battle, man.
Yeah, but you're gonna be getting. I'm gonna be giving you back some because this is a pretty cool fight that's happening.
Okay.
But specifically, story points are used to alter the narrative, just
Yeah,
like you're
yeah.
suggesting. So what you could say is, there's a catwalk with a loose ladder just above.
Oh, okay,
his
yeah,
head.
yeah.
You could say, I'm gonna take aim at
All
that.
right, so yeah, I raise my gun, you look nervous, and then I just go,
And he
bam.
pauses too, and then you. Okay, so go ahead and. So you're gonna need. So you're gonna alter the narrative. This is gonna
Yeah.
be 3 story points.
Okay. This is why killing is easier.
But Gina, just let's. I know this is kind of wacky.
Yeah.
And
What's
you
that?
guys at home, bear with us because, like I said, we're learning as we go with this new game system, which, by the way, is incredibly easy.
Yeah.
It does simplify
It is
things,
pretty
yeah.
cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rule against my original ruling of making you burn 4 damn story points on trying to
Okay.
dodge. Since we kind of refined the game a little bit since
Okay.
that scene, so I'm going to give you back 2.
Okay.
So this will only cost you a total of 1 story point. Do you see what I'm
Okay.
saying? Because it was going to cost you 3,
It
but I just
nets
gave you
out,
back.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
it nets out
Okay.
to you only
Yep.
cost 1 story
Don't
point.
gain the 2 back, just take 1 off.
Yeah.
I put
Okay.
skills into story point accounting.
And now
so
I
it's
don't
okay.
know. Okay, so
Now you don't
I
know how many story
originally
points
had.
you have.
Yeah,
So
no,
you
no,
lost
okay.
4. I just gave you back 3. Or no, I just gave you back 2. Right? I just
So
gave you back
what-
2.
what were you
Oh
down
God, what have
to?
I done?
I
What-
was
you were
down.
down
I
to-
was down to 1.
Okay. So
So
you
now
take
I'm.
back.
you should take 2
should
back.
So
be
now I'm
3.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you've spent so you're good to go. So just go
Okay.
ahead and make your roll. It's a shot. Let's see. We're gonna put this. It's not that. I'm gonna say it's a trick shot, so it's gonna be difficulty 15.
Ooh.
Okay. What am I shooting with?
So it's gonna be coordination and marksman.
Okay.
Marksman.
It's gonna be a hard shot. What'd you get?
You said coordination and marksman.
Yeah. Difficulty 15.
16.
16.
Oh.
Yes, you
All
succeed,
right.
but it's a yes, but.
It's a yes, but I'm okay with yes, buts.
Yes. Butts.
Yes, buts. All the yes, buts.
So,
Oh, God.
bam, thing goes off. You guys hear a thunderous popping sound and you, Doctor, feel the heat from this laser. As she fires it off, it's a loud sound that echoes throughout the alleys. This bolt smashes into the catwalk above head where you watch some of the hinges give loose. It doesn't swing down and hit this guy like you were hoping. It does, however, fall completely off.
Oh.
And he has to dive for cover or it
Got it.
crashes into him. So you see this thing crash down and he sees it coming just in the last possible second and throws himself to the side and lands onto the ground closer to his companion with his head covered. Smashes down. This thing just ear-shattering noise as this metal grate slams into the concrete down below. And
Cool.
yeah. So you're no longer going to be knifed next round. That's for sure.
You're welcome.
And at this point, before we start the next round, you guys hear sirens.
You mean multiple gunshots somehow attract?
Multiple gunshots and screams and
And a
like.
runaway
an
trash can that
explosion
caused
and
car
a
accidents.
partial collapse of a building.
I love the Monty Python version of Bobby's where they just show up out of nowhere and just beat the crap out of everybody.
Yeah, actually, yes.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that's actually real.
you hear whistles being blown and you guys hear sirens. They're off in the distance though, because keep in mind this has only been like 15, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
But it's enough to get, if anybody was nearby, to hear what's going on here. So I will tell you this. With the current state of these two guys, you guys could jump into the TARDIS and get the hell out of here if you wanted to jump to another spot in London. You do have that option now. Because I'm going to give one free round here as they're trying to collect themselves, unless you guys want to stay in combat, then we'll go into initiative again. Otherwise, I'm guessing everyone's doing and running
Right,
into the
shall
TARDIS.
we?
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems like a good time.
That's
Okay.
We link arms.
Because I'm already in the TARDIS.
Yeah,
I want
you
to
don't
do
have to roll.
something else.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I want
That-
to
your
use
gun's
my
loaded.
scanner
Oh, okay. You pull it out and activate it. What are you scanning for?
to see if it picks up anything about that signal that's apparently nearby. To see if it picks up anything
Like
that might lead us closer
the
to
Time Lord that they're detecting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'm going to say make a ingenuity and technology roll.
So that's
It's
3,
alien tech.
that's 2, so that's 5.
This is technology, probably level 7.
It's the scanner I
so-
got from Bargle Bill, and
It's Roko's scanner.
Oh, it's Roko's scanner.
So,
Sorry.
but you didn't know. So you just pull it out, and Roko, you see, you're like,
That's where that went.
I'm in
but-
the TARDIS. She isn't.
yeah.
seeing
We're
it.
going to do this roll first, and then you're going to spot it. So you pull
So
it
to
out.
recap, Maggie's flintlock,
Yeah.
my scanner. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
We understand each other now. Okay,
And,
so
I know the score.
And somebody else's clothes now, right? Didn't I?
yes,
Yeah. Didn't
put
I
on
take
pirate
pirate
clothes.
clothes?
Yeah,
as
you
well?
changed
So I'm
it.
dressed up like a pirate.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Maybe you've gotten you new clothes for Modern Life.
So Cillian, alien tech, you've never really run a scan before like this. This is going to be tricky, so the difficulty is going to be 15.
15.
Yeah.
I might have to spend a story point here. I'm going to spend a story.
Okay. Burn a story point.
They're like, I
Okay.
might have to. I mean, am going to.
Point. Yes.
Imminently.
I'm glad I did. So that just adds another dice roll,
Yeah.
right?
So roll 2 more d6 and add that.
So I'm at 8 there,
Tell me what you get.
and 8, so I'm at 16.
16.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. It starts going. Zzz, you see it go off, and you do pick up another Time Lord. You're like, oh, this is actually pretty easy to use, and then you pick up 4 Time Lords, because there's 4 total technically
Oh, God.
right now,
Right,
and then
right.
you begin to lose triangulation as to where,
So,
but it does activate
okay.
for a split second.
Cool.
So they're not lying. That's for damn sure. You definitely pick it up. You pick up somebody very similar to the Doctor.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. And about that point, the TARDIS doors fly open, and you kind of pull back by the way, you just finished loading your flintlock when you pulled that thing out, and then they come in the doors. Roko, the first thing you see, first of all, there's a woman there you've never seen before. I'm guessing, what did you shapeshift into? You didn't tell us.
Yeah.
A woman,
just-
man, whatever. Whatever?
Human.
Yeah, human.
Human.
Humans look like this,
Well,
right?
let me put it this way. Describe yourself, because who you were is not who's coming into the TARDIS. So what does Duncan
Right.
see when those doors go flying open?
Yeah. Also someone with kind of like a wide smiley face. Ginger.
Yeah.
Ginger. I rolled ginger. Mop of curly hair. Kind of blue eyes.
Gender could go either way, really.
Yeah, these things are a thing.
Totally.
It's about as clear as it is for my normal form.
Rococo.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So when Roko comes in, you don't know who it is.
Right.
You just see somebody totally new.
Oh, that's my scanner.
And yeah, but whoever it is does try and grab the scanner from me, and I'm
I mean,
like,
Do you?
Oh, that's my scanner. It's been 11 years.
So this is all happening while you guys are piling in. Yeah. So let's bring it
I
into
didn't
order.
hear
You
that.
guys
Did
all
you hear
pile
that?
in. You guys
Did I
all.
hear that?
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Did
I
I
haven't seen
hear
that
you
in
say
11 years as we run it. So you can have it overheard.
Yeah, there you go.
that.
So
Yes.
let's not lose the urgency of the moment, because you
Yeah.
guys are running into the TARDIS before these guys get up and
Right.
recover, and there's alarms
Yep.
going off. So you run into the TARDIS.
Yes.
Just as this quick exchange happens, you hear 11 years as you're running
Yeah.
over to the control console, and you do what?
Plot, of course,
Because-
somewhere else in London.
Okay.
And
well,
All right, cool.
Well, I'm gonna go Doctor and throw the reader to the Doctor
Oh, okay.
to see if she can make sense of it and try and get us.
Link the coordinates
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
the.
So this is time sensitive. I need to know: are you going to flip the switch and
All
get the
time
TARDIS out of here, or are you going to read this first?
I'm going to get out of here first.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you hit the switch, get the TARDIS out.
Do I need to do things?
No, I'm not gonna have you roll to jump somewhere else in London. But I do need to know: are you going anywhere else, somewhere familiar?
Well, I was going to take a suggestion from you. Since
I said the Winchester.
Yeah.
We're really going to the Winchester.
Let's go to Winchester.
Okay. A few moments of whirring and buzzing sounds.
Yeah.
And then you hear the. Assume you have arrived at the Winchester.
Pub?
Brian, I haven't had grog in a long time.
Grog, you're about to drink the good stuff.
Yeah, there's not going to be any grog here. We don't have that anymore. But I can get you an ale or something. That might be the closest thing we have. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. All right.
All right, what was that exactly?
So you're still in the
TGs we
TARDIS?
talked about.
The TGs.
Y'all are still in the TARDIS, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay,
I guess
cool.
so.
So before you leave, you say, what was that? I'm just trying to get a picture of
Right,
what's
yeah.
happening. Okay, cool.
Before we step outside into the
Yeah. Maybe don't step outside. Time sensitive.
It's the TARDIS. Everything is time sensitive.
Yes.
right, what was that? And could you not do that again with the guns?
Well, I mean, I shot the guy.
But
He
thank
was
you.
trying to
Thank
kill
you very
us.
much.
I helped. I helped. We might
I
all be
didn't shoot
dead if
that
I
one.
hadn't
Yes,
shot
sir.
that
If
If it wasn't
guy.
for me, we'd all be dead.
Yeah.
We didn't
That's
aim to
why-
kill.
This is what I've been
No
saying.
good deed goes unpunished. Am I right?
I know you keep saying that, but look, I was also effective without talking.
Right, let's just focus in for one moment. Why did that happen? Who are the Time Guardians? The temporal guards.
They're sort of like the guards. They make sure to keep everyone in line.
By whose authority exactly?
By the Gallifreyans who've ruled that time travel is banned for
It's
well,
forbidden.
everybody but Gallifreyans. We really shouldn't even have these vortex manipulators, honestly.
No,
By
I
the
think
way,
that's a bit of a target.
It's worth
but-
saying that at this point, the vortex manipulators that they are wearing are Gallifreyan in make, and that you did see the other TGs wearing them. Almost the exact same models. Like
Time
made-
travel's strictly forbidden if you're not a Time Lord. Anyone who uses it is taken to Gallifrey and executed.
But
I'm
she is
sorry.
a Time Lord. Why are they coming after us? You
Well,
should
you're
be
not
allowed to do it.
you're not allowed on Earth.
After maybe not you. We broke the blockade on Earth to try to look for this renegade Time Lord that our sensors said that we found.
We were hoping it was you. Well, we were hoping it was you, but then we found you. So there's another one. And I don't think it's another TG because you're not allowed here.
So what you're saying is they're not interested in me whatsoever? So maybe if everything here is normal, I can just escape into the pub and forget this ever happened? Is that what you're saying?
Are you sure you want to do that? You held your own back there pretty okay to me.
I guess I did shoot one of their guys, didn't I? They might be after me by now. Oh, bugger. Maybe you're right.
Still don't
Maybe
know
I
what you're
shouldn't have
going
shot him.
home for.
I'm going home for the bloody Winchester, mate. That's what I'm doing here. Why do you think I suggested
We don't
it?
know exactly what
It's the
you might
last place I've
find.
been. Well, that's what I'm here for. I want to go back to the pub and the car park in the back where I was where I was last on Earth before I was transported away. You
Not
know,
where I
minding my
was
own
taking a
business.
piss,
Wasn't
Right.
passed
drunk.
out or anything. But I just want to find out. Am I actually home, Doctor? I mean, that's why I brought us here.
Well,
Winchester
it
is
is
my home.
London. It's just maybe it's not really your London. I don't know how much has changed on Earth in this reality. I've never been.
I mean, I don't
This is
remember
my first
their.
time.
I don't.
see why you.
Are you from wait, can I? Are you?
What?
Which? We know we've got quite a lot to take care of, right? Which world are you from? Can I sonic you to scan to see which reality you
Yeah,
come from?
you can scan her.
Hmm?
Use your sonic. It's ingenuity plus technology.
Okay.
Oh yeah, who are you, by the way?
This is not going to be. This is the difficulty's 12. Easy.
Okay.
So just go straight for it.
I
Oh
haven't
wait.
even asked you that.
I've got
yet.
a base 13.
Then you're good.
15.
But if
yeah.
you want to find out how well you succeed, you would roll.
Okay.
'Cause you
So
could-
15 plus 6, 21.
21. So that's yeah. Yes.
I'm
It is. they are Roko adjacent. This is Roko for every sense of the word. This is Roko, but they've clearly been through some kind of. It's the same with you. We're like different things from different realities have their own frequency.
Right.
They vibrate a sort of their own frequency.
So this is adjacent to the Roko that we met in week 1, but that Roko.
But also similar. It's almost like the best way of describing it is they are an echo of Roko, like you are an echo of the Doctor.
Okay. But
And just as a result of that, just as you are the Doctor, they are Roko.
Okay. But a Roko who originated from the same world we came from, or the one that we're in now?
You're not detecting the same vibrational frequency. It doesn't line up with your vibrational frequency.
Does it line up
Probably-
with hers?
Yes.
Okay. So you're an echo of Roko, but you belong here.
I have been here for long enough. I might be here flavored.
Yes. Remember, and that's actually accurate because if you remember the universe, the reality kind of, if you step into a new reality, eventually reality will conform and you become a part. It kind of absorbs you in. So that is in keeping with what you've learned so far.
Okay.
There certainly isn't another Rokokokoko here because, well, as far as I've been able to find in all my years of searching, there aren't any Ovakali here at all.
I'm so sorry. I used to know what that was like.
Is that the name of your species? Is that okay? Is that the right word?
Yes.
What did you say?
Yes. I am Ovakali. I'm from the planet Ovakal.
Okay.
It was renamed when it came under control of the Judunian Authority. Como Jo. But we still called it Ovakal.
Okay.
And then what happened?
Well, I came here and Overcall seems to have been part of the resistance against the tyranny of the Time Lords, and it seems like in punishment they were erased from reality.
Can I spend some story points to say that we're having this conversation inside the Winchester over drinks?
Sure. No, you don't have to spend story points for that.
Okay.
Pretend that we declared that.
Yeah. So, Doctor, I'll just tell you as a reference point for the player, 2 things have happened in just the past hour. First of all, those are the first Time Lords you've seen in a long time, and they tried to kill you.
Yeah.
And the government of Gallifrey has been known, in
We
your
have our
eyes, to be
differences.
stupid.
Yes.
You guys have had differences. Lots of them. And you've been
It's a
on the-
nightmare. We're back and we're dominating the world.
This sounds...
the galaxy.
They've done some stupid things, and they've certainly displayed their arrogance in the past. But you've never heard of the They've definitely had some tyrannical moments, for sure. But you've never heard of anything so dramatic, unless it was. That is a reality-shattering event. To go back and write a species out of the amount of effort that goes into something like that, it defies everything you know that the Time Lords stand for.
We would never. We can't have. I'm so sorry.
So your people did that.
They've done a lot of things lately.
We're part of the resistance fighting them. We think that, well, we hope that the person we're going to find here, the Time Lord, might be a renegade too. That's why we're looking so hard.
We've been fighting him for 11 years.
Together.
And just. How did you find you?
Well, right when you left, we started to sail off. And we sort of were attacked by the TG in my time. I think my timeline sort of got tainted with time travel energy, and I became a target. And they sort of, we gave them a fight, but I took a shot to the arm, and I lost it, but I got this neat thing over the years. And I was arrested and taken to Gallifrey, and that's where I met Rocco. We were going to be executed, but the Resistance rescued us.
You've been there. What was it like?
It was hell. I was in prison.
Oh, right.
What a beautiful city filled with incredibly. It was.
You know how
It was
Paris
V
is
for
gorgeous
Vendetta,
and
is what it
Parisian
was.
prisons are
It was-
terrible?
Yeah. Okay.
It was V
Sorry
for
about
It
Vendetta.
was a
that
beautiful
thing.
city filled with vicious people.
Appearances can be deceiving.
There is that you have a lot of stories that are flashing through your mind of the aristocracy of Gallifrey and the Time Lord Council and even the president, if we can call him that. You know the president
Overlord.
of Gallifrey has on occasion called himself the president because it's fun, but he is anything but a democratically elected.
No. It's a mockery.
Yeah.
Who's leading them then?
Calls himself the president.
It just is just the president.
Yeah. The High President of Gallifrey, which I believe is the official title for the leader of the Gallifrey.
It's not been a pretty few years.
I've had to stop us from madness before. I can try to do it again. Who's the Resistance?
Lord President is the official title.
Lord President.
Well, I apologise, Doctor, for all of this, for how much I've been resisting. I think from the sounds of all of this and the fact that this is not my home planet anymore, I'm in. I wanna join you guys. I wanna join this resistance. I'm thinking about going back to my old life, and it was shit anyway. So, and this sounds really exciting and really important, and I want to make a difference. So I'm in.
Yeah.
Cheers!
Plus,
You hear
I
that?
mean-
But that somebody says, "Yeah." You notice the bartender has been sitting there listening to all of this, just like cleaning out a glass, and goes, "Good on you, mate."
So, barkeep, you know about all of this?
Well, no, but it sounds like you're doing something good. So, good on you.
thank
And he
God.
just
Brilliant, Tilly.
moves off,
Oh, jeez.
walks away.
I
was just being
nearly
polite,
gave
God.
the whole thing away. Oh God! I'm sorry, I can't get anything right. It seems, but
No, you've been fantastic, Cillian. You've thrown into something you don't understand, and humans, I love you.
I feel like I'm in Star Wars right now. The Resistance, the evil space empire.
Is
This
there
is
anything
amazing.
Star Wars?
Star Wars. You
Oh.
were in a war before.
In the stars?
You haven't seen Star Wars? Oh, of course
Yes,
you.
many.
Of course you bloody haven't.
We've been in many wars.
Well, when this is all over, I'll show you. How does that sound?
I don't know. I guess.
If there was an outtake, this would be when the storyteller made an appearance in game and walked up to you and said, "Please don't show them the prequels."
Oh,
Please don't do that to
those
the-
don't exist.
The doctor will start regenerating right there.
Yeah, in this reality.
Yeah, so I'm throwing shade at the prequels. I apologize.
Just watch Clone Wars instead.
Just watch Clone Wars. Yeah. And Rebels. I hear Rebels is awesome. I haven't
Yeah,
gotten a
it's
chance to
pretty
catch
great.
up with it, but
Yeah,
I
it's
heard
good.
I hear Rebels is awesome.
Is there anyone you need to check on? I'm delighted to have you. You are welcome aboard the TARDIS at any time, but this is...
Nah,
All right.
nah.
Oh, that's
Forget 'em.
That's so sad knowing what I know about your backstory. That's so sad.
Yeah. Forget 'em. I'm over it, Doctor. I'm ready to move on. If I go back and check on those people, I might not be able to commit. I might not be able to let go. I might want to stay, and I don't want to stay.
You don't want to stay?
No, I don't want to stay.
All right.
I'm ready to
Welcome
move
aboard.
on. This is my life now.
Welcome aboard the TARDIS.
Thank
Selena.
you. Thank you.
Companion Duncan, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Let's do this.
Let's do it.
It just pisses. Like, that's why Lion Witch and the Wardrobe always piss me off. It's like, now you have to leave Narnia. It's like, screw you. You want me to go back to World War II England? Like, no, I'm gonna stay here and be a freaking king. Like, anyway.
Ooh, that's
They
why
did stay there.
Donna Noble is so.
Yeah, but then they eventually get kicked out, don't they? And then there's death, and then there's yeah.
They
Anyway,
have a lot of adventures and
All
everyone's
those
fine except
feels.
Susan.
it's not enough. Everyone is, and then they just get kicked out, and Aslan's like, sorry, it's their time, and like, what? You gonna tell me why? And Aslan's like, no. They're like, oh.
You have a lot
Okay.
of anger towards this.
They go back and they find the ruins of the castle.
I know.
That was upsetting.
Yeah, it was
And all,
terrible.
and all the statues of their friends that have been dead for like. Okay, sorry, this is taking a very dark turn. Get back to the game. Okay, so you
It's a
guys.
bit Doctor Who though that they just
Yeah.
like, let's go back home. Oh, it's not.
It's not.
Duncan, as you're
Anyway.
finishing your beer, you're looking into the suds and you're realizing you don't remember when your hangover stopped, but as you're setting the mug down, the exhilaration and everything that you've done it's finally catching up to you, and you feel this wave of exhaustion just suddenly hit you, but it's a feeling of like, oh my god, the past 24 hours have been the best 24 hours of my life, kind of like feeling this sensation of like, I saved lives, I did this, I fought a pirate captain, like all of these things. It's all finally catching up to you. And you have a moment as you're finished talking to the doctor where you're looking at this pirate queen from the 1700s and her cybernetic arm, and then this lizard plant scientist person who's just like,
Who is
Lizard
now
plant
just
ginger.
who
yeah,
is now just a human?
Yeah.
the Time Lord, and like everything that's happened, you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, this could be my life. It's kind of
Yeah.
the first thing that kind of settles on
I'm
you.
good. I'm good with this.
Yeah. All right. So moments reprieve as you guys hang here in the bar for a bit. You kind of get to know each other a little bit.
I know your name now and everything.
Oh my god!
I know your
I know
Have you
my
told us to
name
call
now.
you Finn?
No, you haven't asked. Have you
told-
called me
wait, what?
Maggie yet?
I did. I think.
Oh, you
when
did
I
when
first
you
saw
said hi.
when
Yeah.
Maggie.
Yeah. I just keep going. After I said who I was, we're just drunk by now, right? We're just chatting.
Not drunk,
keeping
but
you
you guys
company.
have definitely been like.
The doctor doesn't really get drunk.
No, you don't.
Right.
So much.
But I haven't had grog in a while.
tend to be drunk if
Yeah,
you find it amusing.
that's one thing I will say is that the beer you're drinking. Wow, they've refined the crap out of this.
Yeah.
This stuff would be what nobles drank back in the day, but you're like, some of it tastes like piss, but some of it's like Guinness is probably the closest you could get to the foul taste of grog, and you're down with it. You're like, all right. I'm not slamming Guinness because I love Guinness. I'm just saying.
Good. I was about
My
Great
last,
squid.
my
them
last-
fighting words.
my last name is Campbell. Damn it, I'm. All right, so
And my anthropology field notes out.
yeah, you're like interesting. Guinness.
Gosh, Finn just felt right. I'd been Finn for so long, and Maggie was my past,
All right.
Yeah, I get it.
Finn.
Yeah. Finn's the new me.
I'm so sorry they came after you. We never meant to leave you a target.
Yeah, I knew it was bound to happen, with the weather things.
I'm so
knew-
sorry about the whole King's service thing. I didn't know how to explain.
Oh, that's right. You gave the lie
That's
to
right.
King's service. Yeah.
You totally lied to me. I've
were
had
brilliant,
I've had 11 years to think it over. You're forgiven.
Much appreciated.
and don't worry about the arm, I kind of like this one more.
And this is when the seed was planted. When Gina finally realized that she secretly wanted to be a Cyberman. Dun dun dun.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Don't worry, no deleting. No deleting. Don't know how to use a computer.
Wouldn't know how to get out of bed in the morning.
No.
All right, so you guys wrap up your drinks for the night. It takes a few minutes too as you guys are wrapping up your drinks and you get the bill. And you also, one of the bartenders approaches and says, "Did anybody else notice that we have a police box? I've never seen that before. From the 60s, did you see it? It's in the back room there. Has anyone seen that there before?" I like it. I'm just asking. And he just keeps walking by. Excuse me, he's asking like staff.
Always been here,
Did we get that?
Has someone parked there?
Yeah. Like, why is it? What is it doing back there? I like it better than the arcade. I'm just asking why it's there.
No, dude.
You guys get the bill. Slides it across. Bartender says, "Yeah." Slides it over to you guys.
Yeah.
Keeps cleaning a glass and waits.
Why does it
Psychic
keep
paper
on
am I
here?
carrying?
Huh?
How much psychic paper am I carrying?
You just pull out a stack of psychic paper. No, you still
That's
have your.
a
You have
lot
your.
of numbers.
You have your psychic paper.
Now, functioning psychic paper, am I just defrauding them, or is there any
This
way
is where
for me to-
Amy's like, "Is there a prime directive?"
Well, it's not like we've got any cash on us. I mean, I do have all this gold.
No, I didn't
so-
get to enjoy any other treasure
No, I didn't
that I
end up
just
stealing
won.
It, did I?
You could still
No, I
s-
didn't.
I
end
had
up
You
to
can
leave
burn a
it.
story point and say you did.
No, I didn't, because that would have been, that could have set some shit off if I'd actually done that, and I didn't. So
Okay.
yeah, I shouldn't do
So, right.
Do they take galactic standard credits here?
that. Do they? I mean,
The bartender's staring at you guys like, "We take American Express. We take Visa. I'll take a Discover if you got one."
Right, yes.
What kind of discovery are you talking about?
The plastic
I've made
one.
a lot.
What? You make credit cards? Wait, what? He looks
haven't
completely
you been here
befuddled.
for 11 years?
Not on Earth.
Oh, where
I
were you
can't
before
believe
this?
that this is what has stopped our group. Have you noticed everything we've been through? You guys are stumped here.
That's husband banned.
You
This
know
is taken from my Earth. It's going to Galaxy.
Yeah,
Now
no,
I'm
it's
doing
true.
resistance.
Oh, I understand.
What do I do with native
I know, that
currencies?
got confusing.
It did. I'm
Lots of ale.
I'm very confused right now.
Rocco has no idea.
yes.
Uh,
Well,
You want to?
We've been a lot of
So remember,
places.
if,
Not Earth.
remember, you guys
Okay.
can burn a story point for suggestions from the storyteller. If you're stumped on anything, or if you don't know what's going on, or you can spend a story point to change something up. Like I
Well-
just suggested to Duncan that he could spend a story point to find a gold coin from a pirate ship in his.
Ah.
well, and also I'm ethically way looser than anyone else here by the looks of things. I would just
Is that?
use
pirate.
thingy on him
Need
and
I
defraud
remind
him.
you, I'm a pirate.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I've ever paid for
That's true.
something in my life.
That's what I wanted to fight for. Thank you.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
It's not-
let's
it's not
defraud
entirely
him.
warm, and I don't know how you take it.
Was it brewed today at least? Okay, cool. I'm fine with it.
I'm just gonna look at the bartender
I'm
and
drinking Pat Rothfuss's mug from last night. Hopefully we can.
Imbibe his energy.
I'm just gonna look at the bartender and I'm gonna go. That guy behind us said he'd pay for our drinks.
Roll a presence.
Oh, that was
Convince.
yeah. Oops.
Roll your presence convince.
It's all right. It'll go okay.
I literally don't know what
nice
to do.
one thing.
Then how
Alright.
about you do something? Because if you're not, I want to get out of this pub.
I love that this is what stumped the
Oh
party.
no!
I love it. All I had to do
we're
was
about
ask
to
you
have
guys
a-
for to pay
We
the bill.
might have a bar brawl. Just saying.
Oh, God.
What did you say it was? Presence
it's,
and what?
It's presence plus convince, and I'm going to set the difficulty at. Well, I'm
How
gonna
cute are we?
I mean, he's just a bartender.
Unbelievable is
He's
it?
just a bartender who's probably heard this before, so I'm going to say
I know.
tricky. I'm going to set it at 15.
I don't hit that.
All right,
I'm
I'm
sorry,
gonna.
my friend here
He-
is drunk. It was that guy.
He stares at you, and then when you say that, I'll let you roll it too, but I'm going to
Yeah,
give you
roll.
a penalty.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
I'm gonna. After this happens, I'm gonna spend a story point to have a plan for currency.
Hey,
Please,
yeah.
storyteller, please. All right, so
Yeah,
I'm going to
presence
give
plus
you.
convince.
I'm going to give you a -2 penalty.
All right.
We're gonna get banned from the Winchester.
Difficulty is
I'm so sorry.
15. Difficulty is 15.
-2.
-2.
Hang on. 5 plus 11.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I came up one short
One
Oh
short.
no!
at the 2 penalty. Math is hard.
Okay.
Yeah. One short.
Okay.
We look too
so one short
suspicious.
is
No, but
you,
it's not that bad.
you fail, but it's not bad. So he says, "Look, I get the joke. It's very funny. Just go ahead and pay me. All right? Ha ha ha."
Right, of course.
He doesn't get angry. You see, he says, "Just look. It's fine. I'll tell you what. I'll take his drink off the tab. So only 3.
You're a good lad.
I'm spending a story point to
Yeah.
come up with a currency plan that doesn't involve like, if I can magically overpay.
Psychic
I'm
paper
cool
is
with
not
that.
out
run
of the
a
question
psychic
here.
paper
The
as
doctor's,
a-
the doctor's done mischievous stuff like that all the time.
Do it, Doctor.
We'll come back and pay at
karma-
a future
No,
time.
no.
ramifications for
This
a bill.
incarnation of the Doctor might seriously take an ethical issue with bailing on a drink
Yeah.
with psychic paper, and I totally respect that. So, if Dr. Amy doesn't feel right about doing that, you could, if you want to burn a story point, I'll give you a gold coin from the pirate ship that maybe fell in your pocket. Or he did put on pirate clothes. It's entirely possible there's silver pieces in his pocket without him knowing.
Or you at least kept your old wallet?
Or you can go
Yeah,
to the
but I
TARDIS
had
and get
nothing in
whatever
it.
currency you want, because the Doctor has
check, it
currency from
bounces
all
to
over the
the
universe in the TARDIS.
That's what I was wondering,
Yes.
actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I'll be right back. I'm
Okay.
just-
we
few
don't need
moments
no
later,
presents.
you
Let
go
the
back.
story points burn.
You go back into the TARDIS. Come back a few moments later, and you slide a couple of British pounds across the table. It says,
Is it pounds?
it's a bit much, but I'll take it. Yeah. He slides it over.
Right, thank you.
Congratulations. You guys escaped the
Wow.
bar. Congratulations. That was touch and go.
That was an
You guys thought the battle with
equally long
Raishan was tough.
Yeah.
This, holy shit. Wow. Well done, guys. Well done. All right.
I just had this thought, right? If this is where I used to hang out, why doesn't the bartender
why don't you know the-
recognize me?
You're in a different.
Right.
That is a good
Of
question.
course he doesn't.
Do you recognize
We're in
him?
an alternate reality, aren't we?
That's true.
Maybe
Yes.
you drink somewhere else in this reality.
Maybe you don't drink.
Maybe
Oh,
you aren't
Of course
here.
I bloody do.
Don't say that
Reality where Cillian does not drink.
No. I'm
Infinite reality. Cillian drinks in all of them.
Infinite drunk Cillians.
always.
to me. All right.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
that's
Well,
over.
go.
Let's leave.
Let's
All
see
right.
if we
So,
can
are
find
you
our
headed back to the
renegade.
TARDIS? Are you leaving Winchester? What are you doing?
Well, we're
How
looking
far
for
are
Follow
we
that
from
signal.
the signal?
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys are going to check the signal.
Yes.
So I'm guessing you're heading back to the TARDIS to check the signal.
Yes.
Yeah.
We can
Okay.
feed our little beepy
We
signal
plug it in
into the TARDIS.
as like a
The
coordinate.
Doctor would probably have to be the one to do that.
Yeah.
but
Oh yeah.
Very
Help
likely.
me, Doctor. Maybe we can.
Very
Get it
likely, yes. Okay, so the vortex manipulators, it is Time Lord technology. That much you can tell just from getting an up close look at it.
Yeah.
Vortex manipulators are handy. You also know that they're dangerous. The only other person you've known to use them regularly are your wife and an old friend of yours you haven't seen in ages, Captain Jack. But these vortex manipulators look much more refined. Probably specifically designed for this temporal guard, whoever the hell they are. The sort of time police that Gallifrey seems to be sending out. So, in other words, getting it compatible with the TARDIS, not a problem.
Yeah.
But you do notice that as you're plugging this in and you're getting it acclimated to the TARDIS's control panels, you do see that the TARDIS is having trouble linking on the basis that they're coming from two completely different timelines, and it takes them a moment to sort of like align in their tech. So I need you to make a ingenuity technology roll.
Use the TARDIS.
There's almost no point in having the Doctor roll for this, but this is going to be difficult. So I'm going to set the difficulty at 21. And this is essentially going to determine how well you're able to use the TARDIS to find exactly where this other Time Lord apparently is.
I'm still using my Tech Adept, yeah?
Your what?
My Tech Adept trait.
Oh, yeah.
But this isn't a vortex.
No, this
applied
is not
thing.
vortex
Okay.
manipulation or piloting or of any kind.
15 plus
15 plus? You've got to botch this roll.
9.
So 15 plus 9.
24.
You do just fine.
Yay!
Okay,
Cool.
yeah. It goes off. The TARDIS is immediately able to triangulate. There is indeed this. So here's what's creepy about this. These devices that you're using, the TARDIS is telling you that they are not only capable of scanning for temporal disruptions, but they're used to scan for Time Lord DNA. So they're able to pick up anybody who has a genetic output of a Gallifreyan, which is
Which means all of them know exactly where I am right now.
conceivably yes. But you're also detecting that because what you're seeing too with that roll is the readings you're getting from this other Time Lord, whoever they are here in London, the readings you're getting are sporadic. Like you get a strong reading and then it's gone, and then it comes back and it's right where it was, but then it's gone again. And you're already getting data input that suggests that it has something to do with the temporal rips in time. Like somehow that's making it difficult to triangulate exactly where you need to go. You, however, using the TARDIS, you're getting a very solid general area of where this other Time Lord is. But you suspect that the data that you're getting as you're cycling through this tells you that the tears in space-time are probably what's making it difficult for them to just pop up right where you guys pop up and find you again.
Are we detecting a lot of those tears around?
You can scan.
About?
All right, you're going to roll for that. It'll be the same roll, except this one's going to be much more difficult.
Great.
I'm going to set the difficulty at 24. It's going to be very difficult. London's a big place, and these tears, even though they have a specific signature, which you can look for, they're tiny. So you can look for it. I'm going to give you a shot.
I'll sort of, I guess, focus in on the area around where the person's signal is.
Okay. Cool.
So 15.
In that case, yeah, just go ahead and tell me. Just go ahead and roll that and tell me what you get. Sax is right about this not being very warm.
15 plus 8, 23.
But it's coffee.
Aww.
Yes, but it's not. No, but it's not that bad.
23?
23.
Okay. You get a general, from the indication that you get from the scanning, you see this display come up on the TARDIS. You two notice the Gallifreyan script. There's almost like a, just being around Gallifreyan tech kind of has that sort of, because you've associated it so negatively for so long. It's pretty, Duncan. Look at all these circles.
Finn's hand just goes into a fist at her side.
Yeah.
Because hot-headed.
Yeah. So, Doctor, near the area in the general district of where you're picking up this signal, you get the impression from the data that's coming in of the scan, there probably is at least one tear, but you're not sure where. But you do know that it's probably localized near wherever that other Time Lord is. Whether it's related or they're connected or they know that each other are there, you don't know. But you do know that in that same district. So yeah, is there still Whitechapel still around? Yeah, and it's not as it's obviously not like we Americans remember Whitechapel from all those terrible movies about Jack the Ripper. So Whitechapel's actually gone up ever since then. But Whitechapel's a very urban district, isn't it, of London?
No, it's a fairly nice area.
Oh, is it really nice? Yeah. But is it so? But I'm talking like, are there houses? Do we have? Is it like a suburban area?
No, it's
businessy city. Okay, cool.
Yeah, business and.
It's in that area, so it's in northern London, basically Whitechapel district.
All right.
Yeah.
Shall we go after
central
your last,
toward north?
signals?
That seems like a good idea.
You know how I know anything about London?
How?
Assassin's Creed. That's how I know. That's how I know anything about London.
Yeah. It's usually
Video games are great teachers.
They are
for real. If I know
Not bad.
anything about anywhere, it's because of video games.
It's true.
It's because something I love was set there. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned how to stop my car from fishtailing when I lost control of it a few years back on a patch of ice because of, and I'm not kidding, Mario Kart.
Oh my god.
Not kidding. I knew exactly how to compensate for the slide. Thank you, Nintendo. You saved my life.
Amazing.
In more ways than one.
Disclaimer,
Take your foot
that is
off
really
the gas
wonderful, but
and-
do not try to apply your
Yes,
video
please
game
don't do
skills
that.
to real-life situations.
Yeah, awesome.
May not work out.
That's why I always throw banana peels out the window
Same
while
here.
I'm driving. You know.
There's a joke in here.
Get in front of everyone. You
This
know.
is, yeah. I'm on PETA's hit list because I keep throwing turtles outside of my window. Apparently you're not supposed to do that. God, that's dark. All right.
Only the shells.
Only the
Remember,
shells.
only
You rip
the
them from the
shells.
shells first and then throw them.
Much
Sorry.
better.
No,
much
don't.
Oh my
Don't do
gosh.
any of this. Don't do
Rip them
any
from the
of this.
shells afterwards.
Back to the Time Lord.
Nobody at this table took the animal friendship trait.
I love turtles. I'm just going to
You
put that
love
out
turtles?
there. I love turtles, yes.
Aw.
I was going to be a paleontologist before I went into marine biology.
Aww.
Yes. Yep. Because I love ancient reptiles. And so I love turtles by default. Yes, that's why I'm like, Rocco has to come back. All right.
Was it the whole time? Okay.
So yeah, Whitechapel district.
Right.
From where you guys are now, you guys are really central London, so probably about 45 minutes to get over there. If you were going
have
to
a
travel,
TARDIS.
you have a TARDIS, so probably a couple of seconds to get over
one.
there. That one.
That one, I like
Can
that
you
one.
imagine how easy it would be to get past the 405 in a TARDIS?
But we only know the general area.
Yeah,
right?
general
so we're
area
not
only.
landing
Yeah, yeah.
right where it is. Just
Which might not be
somewhere in
safe
the area.
anyway. We assume this person's friendly, but they,
Well,
mean, we
I'm
assumed it
I'm
was-
not assuming that. I'm going in hoping that.
Technically, yeah, you're 2 and 1. I mean, you've met one nice Time Lord and 2 very murderous Time
Yes.
Lords. So,
I'm hoping it's that old bloke from earlier when we were in.
Oh, the guy who
party
was talking
too.
to you.
Yeah,
That's true, you
I
met-
hope
so you
it's
met-
him. He seems alright.
yeah.
Yeah.
is there any way for me to mask my DNA?
I don't know, Doctor. What do you think?
I mean,
You wanna try it?
The TARDIS is not hard to recognize.
You might be
but
able to, I mean,
If
This
there's
is-
any way to hide us from these general scans of this, I've now discovered crazy authoritarian time police.
so this is another brilliant spot to demonstrate the power of the system of this game, where you could say,
Spend some story points.
I have no
perhaps?
idea how this would happen, but I got story points and all these skills. Can I jury rig something to hide me from?
I just need a
these
Doctor Who
sensors?
version of an image inducer, but for scanning.
Yeah. You could probably try to alter maybe your sonic screwdriver to emit sort of an interference, prevent you from being scanned. That's entirely possible, but it would take you fiddling with your sonic if you want to try for it.
Yes.
And you don't have to spend a story point here if you don't want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'd rather them not come and find us. So I'm just going to
It's
see
Time
if
Lord
I can't be
technology.
less conspicuous.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm
Don't
going
show
to roll,
yourself, but also like
I'm gonna roll
my
to set your
face is
difficulty
pretty
here.
famous.
because you're going to be competing against the scanner. Oh, okay.
I'm wanted on a lot of charges.
Doctor, it's going to be difficult. 21.
All right.
It's going to be a difficult roll,
It can be done.
but it can be done. You guys are doing all the hard stuff this game.
Not with $2, it can't.
No.
Whoa!
You rolled $2. So what'd you get? Total it up. 17?
The doctor, ladies, gentlemen.
Seems to have worked.
Made myself louder. How did that happen?
Seems to have worked.
Oh, fantastic.
Seems to have worked.
I love that.
You watch yourself disappear from the screen. Oh,
There we go.
I've disappeared.
simple. Your sonic screwdriver seems to have completely. You've been.
Are
removed
you hidden
from-
then?
Excellent. I believe I am.
All right.
What's up?
I would like to use a story point
Okay.
for some precognition.
Okay. What would you like to?
I would like to see.
What are you hoping to-
I'm hoping to see us in the future with our renegade, so I could get a sense of location and whether the renegade's going to be shooty.
Okay.
If I get to see that.
So you're sitting there watching the Doctor fiddle, and as you're Roko, as you're watching this, you begin to feel it come on. And it's just like Cordelia back in the early Angel days, where she would get the images. You feel it coming on. It's like, oh, no, it's about to happen. Like I'm about to have a precog moment.
Finn,
I know this, and I go and hold
Yeah,
her.
you see Roko suddenly go.
Oh, okay, it's happening
That
again.
big smile on Roko's face just goes. As you see it coming on.
Yep. I go and grab.
So, okay, you
I
rush
hold,
over there.
I hold Roko.
Okay. Yeah, some kind of fit.
Don't
You're not
worry,
sure?
they'll be all right. Just it'll pass. Just just let it happen.
I miss Doyle. Doyle was one of my favorite things in Angel. Doyle was the best. Doyle was seriously the best.
I'm just watching it for the first time now.
Really?
and I just no more Doyle.
Oh, hero.
Not.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. Everything about Doyle and the actor who played Doyle just breaks my heart.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
So
We have to
you.
look to the future.
It
Yes.
gets so good.
That's what I'm talking.
Yes. Oh, and there is a Buffy RPG. Maybe something for the future of Eric's TBD RPG. Who knows?
I would
That's-
be so down.
You
for
would be
that.
so down for that. All right. So, yeah, you feel that wave come over you suddenly. You feel it behind your eyes. It's starting to pierce through your retinas. You feel that it's that sharp pain that happens just before you look into the future.
Yeah.
You lean forward and you immediately feel your companion grab hold of you, as she always does when this
tuck
happens.
My robot arm under them.
Yeah, you feel that cold steel,
And
but
just
it's such a welcome feeling.
rub the back.
Yeah. Yeah, Finn shows up and is there for you the way she's always been. The moment these kind of come over you, and you feel yourself instinctively grabbing hold of her as you feel this wave come over you. You see it's not a diner, maybe like an outside eating area. There's a table. You see people eating outside. It's a restaurant. Somebody's sitting down at a restaurant. There are families here. You're not sure. And you see TGs showing up. TGs are showing up. You don't know, one of these people is the renegade. They're in this crowd at this restaurant, this outdoor eating area, sort of like a patio area where families are dining. You see the TGs talking to each other, and it starts to get a little fuzzy as you can tell that the precog is coming to an end. And then you watch in horror as the TGs just nod to each other and turn and spray the entire patio. Every man, woman, and child on that patio is on the receiving end of Gallifreyan laser fire, and just mowing them down. You watch the front of this restaurant get completely destroyed, and everybody who is outside is in the same state of being as the exploding concrete all around you. And then it comes right, you're back. Just from Roko, I will say this, as you come back, you realize you have tears streaming down your face from the traumatic visage, the thing you just watched. You've seen Roko, they have gone into precog moments before. They've been pretty intense, but you've never seen an emotional reaction like this. Whatever they just saw, it was bad. You can tell just right off the bat.
How many die?
What? Too many. It's at some kind of mammalian feeding hole of some sort. It's outdoors. There are a lot of people, and the TGs show up. We don't have much time. Is there some sort of outdoor food place?
What was the decor like? I might be able to help.
There
Did it
were
look like a
cloth
pub?
bits, and there were some other bits too.
Did it look like a pub
Did you
or
see
a
any
diner or a proper restaurant or?
What are these things? I've never seen them, but it did have a very distinctive sign.
You saw red umbrellas?
There was some kind of red umbrellas.
All right, I just run to look outside, and maybe we're close and I can see red umbrellas.
Pop your head outside the TARDIS
Yeah.
to take a look. You pop your head outside, you see the streets of London.
I see red umbrellas.
You see red cars.
That sounds like the American diner around the corner from here.
If you want to spend story points,
Story points.
I'll let you pull that kind of stuff.
I'll spend a story point.
So
I mean, I'm a Londoner.
that's-
I would know that.
That's going to be, I'm going to make you burn 3 story points.
3 story points.
Yeah,
all
because
right.
you're basically taking my narrative and you're going, nope, it's right here. So I'll let you spend 3 story points. Yeah, there is an American diner, actually just a couple of blocks from here. You don't remember exactly where, so you wouldn't be able to say, oh, let's get, but you got a general idea that you could find it. Probably not with the TARDIS though. You would overshoot or end up.
But
somewhere.
how are we going to look
hidden
for
away
this? We
someplace
can't
or
split up, right? Because
What's that?
we can't split up. But how are we going to find this place? How are we going to look for it?
Well,
Do you have any
you said it's
ideas?
right around the corner, right?
It is, but I don't know exactly where it is.
Well,
Follow the
multiple
signal.
corners.
We're just-
There's so many corners.
So you're saying there's going to be an attack, and the person the Time Lord we're looking for is there, and the TGs are going to show up and kill everyone.
Everyone.
Well, let's beat them there. We've got the signal. Let's go.
How fast can you run?
Well, let's find out.
Okay. This would be.
cut in right
we
there.
so need the dun 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 dun.
Love the running.
Okay, so what's this? I'm getting a text from the BBC. Oh, we're being sued.
Right.
Damn
We're
it.
so sorry.
They get my number.
Only exactly 1 second of singing.
Damn it. Damn it. Sorry. It's Peter Capaldi. He's saying, shut up. That's not how it goes.
Say hi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hi, Peter. Sorry, that's not how it goes. I apologize. Yes, anyway. All right. Okay, you guys tear out of the TARDIS in a good old cinematic slow motion. You guys burn down the alley. You get to the end. You see, of course, the streets of London. It's a much more, there's a lot more foot traffic around here. It's not like the alley that you guys landed in when you first arrived. And for all intents and purposes, what's kind of striking about this is how everything seems totally normal. I mean, that kind of is what strikes you, specifically, Duncan. Sorry, I'm laughing because that belch had to have come off really loud in your mic. And so you were trying so hard to hide it, but I was just thinking, oh, the audience had to have heard that one. Sam, ladies and gentlemen, they know how to burp, I'll tell you. So basically, Doctor, you've seen this scene before. You've seen London have no clue that time-altering events are happening around them. But Duncan, again, it's just a stark contrast to what your life is now, running out this door and seeing everyone just... This person's probably wondering about their freaking, like, where's my next appointment kind of thing. You know, I'm going to get a haircut.
No one liked my post on Facebook. Yeah.
Something finance.
This isn't a latte. So anyway, you guys run down. So this is going to be, I think I might make this a survival check just to get bearings as you're running down the streets of London.
Okay.
So Duncan, I'll let you, since you are the most familiar with the area, and Doctor, I'll let you have this too because you have literally been all over London, multiple lifetimes through multiple incarnations of London and multiple timelines of London. I'll give you guys a +2, but as y'all are running around to keep an eye open, I would say Dice Tower yourself a roll for, we'll do awareness plus survival. As y'all are looking desperate, awareness plus survival. As y'all are looking for this.
14.
Okay, cool.
10.
10.
Yes, I rolled an 11, and then I've got 7, 8, 9 on top of that. So 20.
You know London better than the Londoner.
I've met every version of all of you.
So Rocco and Cillian, you guys are there's so much of a frantic atmosphere that you guys are looking around and you're missing a lot of details, but you're especially I'm gonna say Cillian, you're so desperate to find this place.
Freaked out.
Yeah.
I'm
And
post precog. It doesn't feel good.
yeah. Pretty much at the same time, Doctor, you spot it first, followed immediately by Finn.
Yeah.
You guys stop as you see an advert for American-style food, hamburgers and such, like all of this typical, stereotypical, like hot dogs and like diabetic-inducing foods that we like to ingest by the pound here. Like you see all this. That's delicious. I'm sorry. It's all amazing.
Very inauthentic.
Yes, inauthentic American food.
Yeah.
This British. It's and we'll just say yeah, it's at a diner. It's not far from here. It's just a few blocks. We'll call it Casey's. Casey's Diner.
Cool.
And it's one of the local like American spots.
Okay. I want to scan to see if I can find how close or if there are TGs already here.
Okay. Then I need you to make your ingenuity technology check, and Amy, I'm going to need you to make an awareness technology check. The Doctor. You guys see that they have a lead.
That way.
So we're following now.
Yeah.
Or rather, since you said you knew the place, we're like, is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Well, yeah, you would be the one to
13?
ask. You've
Okay.
literally seen it.
15.
15? Yeah. You it comes up on the screen.
Do I know how many?
What's that?
Do I know how many?
Make a technology and awareness check.
Again?
This is a tech awareness check.
You said
Not-
the last one was a tech
Was it?
awareness.
Oh no, she was.
Mine
Okay.
was tech awareness.
Yeah, she was tech. You were technology and ingenuity because you were scanning.
Apologies. It's still the same numbers then.
Oh, okay. Oh,
We'll
okay.
just do it again.
Okay, cool. Do it again.
Once more with feeling.
Buffy references
Yeah,
just dropping now.
yeah.
They're just dropping them.
Okay, so you said this one is
Awareness and
awareness and tech.
tech. Yeah.
Okay, so
Turns out it was bunnies. Yeah.
19.
19.
Yeah.
The Doctor is showing up. The Doctor is showing up on the scanner.
This one?
Yeah. In other words, whatever she tried to do with the sonic screwdriver, that. That is basically what.
Okay, that was amazing.
That was pretty good.
You know, I have to say, Jackie Cole, an old friend of Geek and Sundry, bought us those great. It just occurred to me the audience can't even see them, but
No,
a
one
gun
of
fell
our
off a wall.
blasters
fell
just
off
fell
a
off the wall. So Jack, yeah, I apologize. I take full responsibility for the telekinesis I accidentally just imposed upon the roll.
Yeah, wait, was it you? Your telekinesis must have kicked in. You're very upset.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have a little bit of 11
Yeah.
in me.
I was going to say, isn't it you?
that's true.
Wouldn't it be?
Let's get someone to get her a tissue in case she starts bleeding out of her nose. So yeah, with that roll, you see the scanner, and sure enough, it's very close by. But you see the doctor who's right next to you. That's what your roll was, to see if you noticed what she was seeing.
Got it.
But you noticed that if she was trying to hide, she's not hiding at all. In fact, her sonic might actually be emitting a pulse that basically saying, "We're here."
Doctor, I don't know, but I think you may have told them exactly where we are.
Oh no. That's not quite what was supposed to happen.
Doctor, yes. In fact, your sonic seems to be like a big spotlight right now. Stepping out of the TARDIS, you probably announced your presence all over the place. And there's a sickening feeling that comes down over you the moment you're having this realization as you're staring at your sonic screwdriver. Because you've been through time paradoxes, you've been through future events that have been time locked, and that happened because you set something in motion, and now you're suddenly starting to have this creeping fear.
I'm the reason they're here.
You might be the reason these people show up and kill everybody at the diner. There's this
Your visions,
chill
do
that
they-
races through your spine.
Do they always happen?
Well,
Um,
I'm not a time expert, but time can be rewritten, from my understanding.
Sometimes. All right. I think I've made it worse.
What if you stayed behind, Doctor?
um,
We might be able to. We might be able to work this out without you. What if you stayed behind?
Right, I'm the distraction. Go get the signal.
do you want to make a
Yes,
roll, or do you want to
that's
just go?
a good
You wanna go?
idea.
Okay, yeah.
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 We get out of the TARDIS. You stay
Move
with
it
it,
around.
draw
Doctor-
them to you,
Doctor, I'm
and
gonna say
away from these people.
I'm gonna say make an ingenuity and science roll. I'm gonna, because I feel like this is an instinct that would trigger.
14. 19.
Okay, 19. That's better than what you needed.
Doctor has a lot of
The
ingenuity.
truth of the matter is, it's impossible to find out what triggers what's going to happen now.
Yeah.
Staying behind might lead to what happens.
Right.
Going might lead, you don't know.
Yeah.
At this point, a series of events have been set in motion, and if they're going to be changed, you don't actually have. Why did? I said a series of events might, and Siri turned on. That's fine. I was like, why is my phone?
That's funny.
Yeah, thank you, Siri. That's very nice of you. They're always listening.
Seriously.
Yes. That's creepy. Anyway.
Yes.
You
Some
rang.
technology just awakened on you in the middle of the Doctor Who game. Everything is fine.
She's like, yes. So you don't know.
Yeah.
It's impossible to tell at this point what the correct course of action would be.
Right, let's just find them and get them out of here, maybe.
Right, if I may, the damage seems to have been done, and I imagine any scenario is better with you than without you.
All right, let's see what we can do.
Okay.
My idea was to draw them to you instead of us going out to them, because they're looking for you. If we go out there to where they're at, they're going to attack. If we pull back to somewhere where there aren't civilians, because now we know that your screwdriver is this beacon, we can lead them away from civilians. That's where I'm at. That's
They're
what
also
I'm.
following
The other
Time
signal.
Lord.
They're still going to go
So
to
we
the
have
diner.
to try to get
The
the other person, get them
Out.
out of here and away from civilians. As soon as possible.
We need to neutralize
so how
every
far are
signal.
we from...
Can
Just a
we
few blocks
contact
according to
them?
this map. That you
I'm
have.
just going to
diner?
start running.
Yeah,
I'm
we need
sick
to
of
be running.
talking.
Okay.
You're a Time Lord, Doctor.
Run.
Can we contact the other Time Lord?
I don't know enough about the signal to reach out to them.
It's
Let's-
detecting.
Then let's go.
Okay, you guys
Then let's
turn.
go.
So yeah, it's just detecting their
Yeah.
DNA. You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
So now
you
we're
guys
running.
run
Yeah.
in
Do
the
we
general
have to
direction.
roll for this?
No. You
Okay.
guys are just going to run.
Okay.
I am going to say
Roll to
Run
put
for
one
your
foot in
life.
front of
Yes.
you guys are going to you guys are going to arrive in a few minutes.
Yeah.
It takes you a few minutes to get there running. kind of dodging through traffic as you run across when it's not your turn to cross the street kind of stuff.
Standard.
Yeah,
London, actually.
standard for London, really.
We just do that anyway. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the scene. Doctor, since your roll was so high, you actually have a picture-perfect image of the map to get to this place in your mind. So you're kind of in the lead. And as everyone's running up, you round the corner, you see a diner with people sitting out front. And you see a red awning and red umbrellas. It says Casey's Diner. It sounds kind of like the thing that Rocco was describing. You're not 100% sure. As you guys are kind of jogging a little closer.
Things, cloth things, check
Yeah, you're like going through it. You jog a little closer to make sure that it's correct. And also, I'm guessing you're going to slow back to make sure that there's no TGs in the vicinity. How do you want to approach the diner? There are a bunch of people out front eating.
All right, well, we need to surreptitiously scan them and check for TGs.
Like subterfuge.
Do I recognize
maybe?
anyone?
Make a awareness. This is going to be an awareness.
Knowledge?
Could it be knowledge or subterfuge?
I think this is a. You know what? Give me 1 second, because our illustrious game designer actually. I asked him a question about this, and he was really cool, Mr. David Chapman, who thanks me for giving him a shout out. Thank you, David. You're cool. Gave me some direction on what we could use for a moment like this. So it would be awareness plus ingenuity.
Okay.
On passively noticing something.
Could I try, because we're about in earshot, yeah? I want to kind of very loudly say, so yeah, last time I was in Gallifrey, trying to get one person's head to turn. To spot them, like.
Okay. So
That's a
go ahead
good
and
idea.
roll, and then we'll have you do this. So we'll have you do as soon as Amy's done rolling her dice. Tell me what you get.
Yeah.
It's not going to be difficult. The difficulty is going to be it's going to be tricky. So 15 because there's a lot of faces here.
Right, well, 21.
Okay. This is what you see. You look around for anybody familiar, and you freeze. And the moment you spot them, you feel the muscles in your face go slack. You all watch the doctor's face just go, like her jaw kind of hangs open, and you see you. 10. Glasses and everything. 10.
The one who's dead.
The one who's supposedly dead. And he's sitting there at a table eating. It's surreal, but it's basically David Tennant, number 10,
Yeah.
sitting there eating. And as you guys hear an audible kind of as you spot him, but that's not what blows your mind and stops you from actually speaking. Because as Tins puts down his drink, you see him smile, and he stands up as a woman approaches him. It's Rose. And she's holding a baby.
I just got chills!
Sorry, ears.
And he walks over and smiles and kisses her. And they both sit down at the table, and she puts out the food. And you see them kind of talking, and it suddenly clicks. Everything begins to click. You left her on the beach with you. The last time you saw her, you left her in Bad Wolf Bay in Norway. This is that reality.
Holy shit.
Roll to squee.
We don't know!
And then, after the shock begins to like wear off, as you're staring at Rose and this child and you sitting down at this table, that stab of horror as you realize in moments these TGs are going to show up and kill everyone. And that the DNA, because this version of yourself is half human, but the other half is showing up as Time Lord DNA on this scanner. This is who they are detecting.
Right, everybody out!
And what are you doing? You're going to just shout. And about that point, when you're having this realization, you suddenly hear Roko go, what do you say out loud?
So the last time I was in Gallifrey.
Oh my goodness. So
This is a scheme we've done many times.
Oh yeah.
So this is something I didn't know I was going to have to
Scheme
do.
number 13.
I need to get that book. You guys go, because this actually has 10 stats. So I actually need to get 10's statistics here, because he's going to make an observation. Look, there's Rose.
Can I presence something
Yeah.
to try to get?
This is going to be, I mean, you said you were shouting. You're kind of saying this loudly?
Stage projection. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to set the difficulty for them to hear you at, I'll make it tricky, so 15. So he's got to roll a 15.
Come on, Doctor.
I don't see this being a problem for him. Okay. Yeah, it's the doctor's stats, so. Rose and the doctor both, the other you, both immediately turn and look at all of you with sort of what? Expressions on their face. He looks right at you, Doctor, and you don't see any recognition at all. On Rose, the moment Rose's eyes meet yours, you feel your hearts stop for a second. You haven't seen her look into your face. It's been a while. And there's a moment where you remember everything. You remember finding her in that tunnel. You remember standing on the edge of the universe. You remember seeing suns explode together and running from Daleks.
I want to run up and kiss her.
Yeah, there's that impulse. You feel that and she stares at you, and you see nothing, no recognition. She has no idea who you are. But they both look at all four of you.
I just sort of wave with my robot arm.
This metal hand comes up as you just kind of, and then that's when they click. You see their expressions change suddenly, to confusion to alarm when they see the metal arm. Because now they've had two pieces of evidence. They've heard Gallifrey and they see a metal arm.
Kind of cyber.
So now I need to
not
make
on something
a
else.
quick roll here. You guys got to the scene a lot faster than I thought you were going to.
Cool. That's good.
That's good.
Yeah, them story points.
Okay.
We're going to scream at them to run? Because we have to get in the hell out of there.
We do.
Not that I'm trying
Nope.
to lead you or anything.
Yeah. I sort of already screamed it, but this is all happening simultaneously then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Oh, I'm so mad she doesn't recognize me.
Okay.
Heartbreaking.
This is
would
as
she?
feelsy a moment as anything in Doctor Who. This is
Um,
well done, Eric.
Seriously,
Heartstrings
that
pulled.
is
Thank
quite
you.
a touch, man. For real.
So they both start to, you see, neither one of them takes the lead, but Rose kind of steps behind, but both of them stand up and they say something to each other, and you see she kind of holds back, but he starts walking towards you guys. And I need you guys to make an awareness, an awareness ingenuity roll.
Yep.
Tell me what you get.
9.
Ooh.
18.
Yes, good, thank
15.
you. How much? What?
15.
I'm really happy you guys made that roll. As he's approaching, it almost seems like things go into slow motion.
Yeah.
Because as he's approaching, Doctor, what are you going to say? As he's approaching, you're watching him walk up. You're seeing Rose kind of cradle the baby and is kind of curious. And then you catch it in the corner of your eye. All of you see it. You see red dots. It's a flash of red, and you turn, and there they are. Stepping out of an alleyway, you see them saying something to each other. The two time guardians. The time guards. Temporal guards. They're saying something to each other. At the same time, you see Ten kind of glance off and sees them. And you see his facial expression change because he knows Gallifreyan as well and spots them. You guys have 1 round to do something before they light this entire place up.
Okay.
And Rose is in the line of fire with the child.
Okay, I and they're amongst a giant crowd of people.
Lots of innocent people who are just enjoying their lunch right now.
Cool. I'm gonna pull out my gun, fire in the air, and yell, "Run!"
Okay, so that's going to be. So we're going to jump straight into action here.
Yeah.
So you're going to do her. That's
Yeah.
going to.
Because I want every human being to.
I'm going to give that talker.
leave.
I'm going to make that a talker.
Okay.
So you're going to go. So what else are you guys going to do? Are you okay, Amy?
God.
Yes.
I have no idea.
I am emotionally compromised.
I
Somebody.
have no idea what I even can do in this situation. Fire at him again?
You do have a loaded flintlock.
Careful though, there are a
strapped to
lot
your
of
belt.
human beings
Yeah,
around them.
exactly.
We need them
and they're
ducking and running
and they're
first.
at a distance.
Do your devices
so-
transport
They are.
other
They're
people?
probably about
That-
60
that
feet
was
away.
I don't know.
My
Yeah,
next.
They're
I
on your
can't
side
hit
of the
them.
street.
I can't hit him
Yeah.
from that distance.
We
You
had a
figure that
question
out.
about whether we can bring other people with us in our vortex manipulating a thing.
I believe you can.
Yeah.
Do you have to be
Let's do a
touching
quick
them or
ref.
anything?
Let's
or-
do a quick check. I feel like you can.
Yeah.
I seem to remember that you could grab.
I remember instances
been a
of
while.
that being a thing.
It's been a while.
Been
But
a few seasons.
yeah.
That seems likely because if you get arrested, you need to bring them back with you. So,
How?
right?
And we're about a run action away from them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 1 second.
We can do this.
I believe.
Run, do. Do is before fight.
Yeah.
We can do this if we can do this.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Or everybody dies.
What,
Mine's
will
still
will
talking,
that stop
so I'm
them
still-
from killing everyone else?
Well,
in
my
the
my first action is going first. So either way, everyone
Here we
in
go.
this courtyard is about to be running away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, because they
So-
will run, assuming like
They will
all
run.
the NPCs
Their
will
attention
run.
will then be on me. So you guys run to get them
Yeah.
and hope I hold my own against 5 TGs. We don't know. Something like that. Don't worry, guys. I got this.
I'll let you do it if you spin story point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100. Yeah.
Yep.
So not this round, but the next round, I assume that I'll be in range to do that.
Short temporal jumps only, but you can also.
Yeah, I'm looking for a spatial jump. So.
Yeah. Shouldn't be. No, I don't think it would be a problem. Yeah, so I'm going to say, yeah, if you guys were able to grab somebody and go, if you were trying to grab a second person and jump with them, you could do it.
Okay, one
Yeah,
person.
but you'd have to burn. If you're saying if you're asking about the child as well, it'll take whoever you grab and whatever it would take the kid with you.
Bear hug people.
Yes.
Yeah.
It would take you guys with him. I would say you're gonna have to burn a story point for it, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Story points are getting burned.
Story points
We are
shall be
immolating
burned.
these points.
But yes, I would allow.
Yeah.
I would totally allow that.
Yeah.
I would say it's going to take a roll. You're going to have to run to the diner,
Right.
and hopefully somehow get because. Keep in mind, you're going to be charging Rose. They don't know who you are. So that's going to be an added complication.
Yeah.
All they heard is words Gallifrey and saw a cyborg. So,
A friendly cyborg.
yeah.
I waved.
It's true.
That's true.
It's
Yeah,
probably
that is
why.
I didn't like wave a gun.
Yeah.
I just went
It's probably
You are
why.
about to shoot a gun off in the air.
in the
prob-
air.
yeah.
Yes. The scene is chaos.
The point is there will be complications. So I'm going to make you roll for it.
Yep.
Can I run with her?
Yeah.
Them.
Yeah, you guys can all. You're going to pull out your gun. And Duncan, you're like, fuck all. I
I
have no idea. What
no idea what to do.
Yeah,
I can't hit him. I can't grab somebody and do this temporal jump thing because I don't have anything on me to do it.
Do you want to? You could. Well, I can't really give you a
I'm
suggestion.
kind
unless
of
you burn a point.
useless here.
Yeah, if you want to burn a point, I can give you some suggestions.
Yeah, I'll burn a point.
Okay. You could definitely try to open fire on the temporal guards.
Okay.
You didn't kill anybody, but you had success with that last time.
Yes.
It would be a hell of a shot.
yeah.
60 feet. I mean, flintlocks were not designed to shoot 60 feet like that. I
Aliens,
mean, it's the accuracy goes way off the map after
Yeah.
about 10 feet.
Yeah. So it's
So-
going to be a difficult role.
Yeah, it won't be easy. It's not a
No.
military flintlock. It was an old gun, but
Yeah.
it's entirely possible. You could do that. I mean, you could run to the diner and throw a table over. Do you know what I mean? As cover. You could.
That's
You
a good
could.
point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could scream and run at the temporal guards. They'd probably turn their guns on you, but that would get their attention. You could, you know what I mean? There's a number of things you could probably do.
I like the idea of flip a table, get behind it for cover, and then when they get closer, I can shoot at them from behind it.
Now, from what you've seen, there's a good chance that whatever comes out of those guns is not going to be stopped by a metal table, but they won't have line of sight either.
Yeah.
They won't be able to see what they're shooting at, so they'll get penalized. And plus it's Doctor Who, this isn't Starship Troopers, so I'll be nice about it.
Yeah.
So they'll open fire, but there's a chance that the odds will definitely be stacked in your favor.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it just might not be in other people's favor.
But
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, we've reached that point in the story where it's going to be up to y'all. I don't know who lives or dies here.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
It's going to be dice rolls and story points and whatever
Rocco has
else.
been here before.
So, we're going to go ahead and start it up.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Holy crap, I'm nervous.
Wait.
What? You got an idea?
Do I still have that bag of gunpowder?
That small. Oh, you have two. Remember?
Yeah.
You're talking about those that you picked up out of the thing. Yeah.
I'm using the gunpowder.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna light it and throw it at them when they get close enough. They're not right now. I can't throw 60 bloody feet.
So two things about that.
Yeah.
And again, we're gonna come back to story points because you have that gunpowder, but it was for filling up your gun to fire. So if you want to light it and throw it like it's a deadly firework, you could. But I'm gonna have to ask you to spend a story point that you have a lighter on you to do it. Do you know what I mean? Because when you change into pirate wear, it's not like you know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
You could have picked one up at the pub while we were there.
You could say, I'm going to spend a story point. I bought a matchbook.
Yeah, well, I mean,
just
however
took
I get it, I still have to spend a point, right?
Then yes,
Okay,
I'll let you
that's
do that.
fine.
They have
But
those little matchbooks.
Here's the
at
caveat.
Winchester.
You're going to have to close half that distance to throw that at them. But it will definitely have the intended effect if you get the roll.
Yeah, okay.
So you're going to be, that's going to be fighting.
Fighting.
That's going to be a fighter roll.
Okay. Just fighting?
Yeah,
Or
just
anything
fighting. So
else,
it's going to
okay.
come down to a coordination check between the two of you to find out who goes first.
Okay.
But since Finn is going to be firing off shots first,
Which is a talking, you said.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to let you do that. The big question is, what is the doctor doing?
If I go with you, I am hoping that my intervention will get Rose to go with you.
Okay,
If
so
you-
you're
if
going to
you
run
think
to
that's
them with
already
me
covered,
and then try
like-
to talk to them? So that they're willing to go for the jump?
I mean, we also could count it as already declared that I was going to shout, "Run it, get out of here." So
Yeah, you could do that.
I'm doing that too.
Okay.
Mine's not at them.
So
though.
talkers then.
Mine's at
I
people.
All right.
sort of had declared that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
Cool. What's up?
Sorry, no.
We're gonna do it.
I had,
So
well,
you
no,
have
I
last any
had
questions?
an idea, but it's not for my character, so that's not really fair, right?
I'll take it.
Well, I was
Go ahead.
like, if everyone who's connected can leave, what if they just surrounded all three characters and got them all out of there in one go? Is that possible?
There's a rule. If you use these temporal vortex, as I told them before the
Yeah.
game, I warned them before the game that using vortex manipulators too close to each other is a lot like crossing the streams in Ghostbusters.
Oh shoot.
Yeah,
You can do it, but it's dangerous. It's very dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to try to solo jump as many people
Yeah.
as I can, so
Okay.
we're just hoping for good rolls. But if you come with me, then can't you help me? Isn't that a thing? Like if you have a higher
so.
tech level or something, you can help?
I mean, it's your
I don't know.
device, but
It's Time Lord technology.
And you've already had it in your hands because you just upgraded my firmware when you...
All right, so we got to do this.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
do it.
Right.
So talkers first.
so I guess next round I'll try to come.
Bam! That
Everyone
gunshot goes.
run!
All right. Oh yeah. Okay.
And I guess I'm also in the talking. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be next. Yeah.
you're all in terrible danger. I'm assisting whatever this.
Don't
Okay.
help me.
So they
Help
were
them.
going to open fire.
Shout out.
You got everyone's attention, including theirs.
I mean, that was the.
The gun goes off. Everybody run! And yeah, that has the intended effect. You see people at the cafe. In modern, the sad state of reality. It's
Yeah.
21st century Earth. a gun going off in public. Everyone assumes the worst, of course, as you well should. Everyone begins to scatter and scream. You see Rose duck down in terror as she immediately, just instinctively covers the baby with her entire body. People immediately jump up. Next up is the other talker, Doctor.
Right.
You s-
Where is 10?
10 is...
Compared to Rose.
He's probably... 10 only just literally stepped off the curb, so he's in front of the cafe, but he froze when you pulled a gun and screamed and shot in the air. He literally just went down. And it looks like he's angling like he's going to run back towards Rose.
I guess I'm just... This is my talking opportunity, and I'm running at both of them. Dr. Rose! Pull out the Sonic. It's me!
Okay, that's going to be your thing?
I need them to trust us, and I
Right.
need them to clue into this danger immediately, and then just do whatever she's about to ask.
Okay,
That-
what are you about to ask? Were you up next? You were gonna make a grab, weren't you?
Yeah, so I'm running toward them because I'm not close enough. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
So my action's gonna have to be running to them.
Okay,
and
cool.
Hopefully that's enough that they don't see it as I'm running at them. I'm running to them.
Okay.
That's the hope. I need them not to rabbit.
I need to see if they rabbit.
If I need to spend a story point for Rose to recognize
I need
me,
you
I'm
to
spending
roll.
whatever you need me to
I need
spend.
you to roll a presence plus convince.
Okay.
This is going to be very difficult.
I'm
So
putting...
the difficulty is going to be 24. There's chaos. There's a new Sonic. There's so much going on, and there's a gunshot in the air. There's 2 Gallifreyan guards. There's the
Oh, there's
instinct
only
is-
2?
Yeah, it's the 2 you guys fought in the alley. You recognize them immediately.
Where'd they get their new guns?
You could ask them if you want.
Didn't they have secondary weapons?
This is
anyway?
why.
One of them had a
Knife.
one of them had a
One
knife,
still
but the other
have it.
guns
Yeah,
popped because the
Yeah.
doctor destroyed them. But yet here they are.
Well,
Um,
they're also Time Lords.
They're
so
also
they could
Time
have
Lords.
undone the Sonic game.
Can I spend a story point to add the 2 dice and also spend one to upgrade the success level if I fail?
Yeah,
Okay.
you should be able to burn both of them.
Because I've got a base of 8, and my target difficulty is 24.
The book does specify that on incredibly intense moments that you don't want to fail on, you can do stuff like that.
Okay.
So I will let
This
you
is
burn a story
incredibly
point to get the
intense.
Is that
extra.
your roll?
I don't want to fail.
But then
Yeah,
that's the
okay.
limit I'm going to put on it. So you can burn a story point to get the extra 2 dice and burn a second story point. But I am going to raise the cost because you're you're really bending the system here. So I'm going to make it cost 3 as opposed to 2.
Okay. So I had 6.
Save Rose, save the doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real nervous right now.
Save that 1/4 Time Lord baby.
Yeah, is that baby going to have
Why isn't
Time
it
Lord
showing up on the
powers?
scans?
It'll have DNA. What's that?
Why isn't it showing up on the scans?
You don't know.
Clever. 8.
Sure. All right, go ahead and make the roll.
So I need 16 on my 4 dice.
It's too small.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus 8 is 17. I have to spend a story point to upgrade per failure level.
That's not going to do it.
But I can increase 1 success level per story point
Yes.
spent.
You're going to go from bad to failure, essentially, because 17 was going to miss the mark by a large amount.
But I can spend
But you decided to burn a story point to upgrade your level, because it was going to be bad, but now you're going to spend a story point to go to failure as opposed to bad, which will be
essentially it
no,
says
but
by 1 per each story point spent, levels of failure can only be bumped up to an ordinary success. So if I spend
Yeah.
additionals, can I get it up to an ordinary
yes,
success?
it's basically 2 story points.
Okay, so
Spend them if you got them.
since I already spent the 3, and I'll add 1 more just because
Yeah.
I've failed harder than we
Yeah,
wanted. me to.
basically. How many story points does that put you down to?
2.
2? Ooh.
Yep, that's.
You guys are, but I mean, you're doing it for a good cause.
Yeah.
You're burning through
Yeah.
the currency, though. Okay. You see shock and recognition on 10's face as you shout that out to him. And as a result, and Rose as well, she looks like she's like completely befuddled and like gobsmacked at the whole scenario as what's happening. And at about that moment is
I know
when
Rose, and I know.
yeah, she's staring at you guys, and then the doctor's kind of looking back, and then here comes Roko charging forward at about that point, but they don't grab it.
Okay.
So, what exactly are you doing?
I mean, this round, I'm going to need to run as close to them as.
So here's the problem: is the Dr. 10 is standing in front of this cafe, and then here's the sidewalk, and then here's like a railing, and then here's where everyone's eating, and here's Rose.
Okay,
So-
so I wouldn't be able to get to Rose in time.
If you could, but you'd have to skip right past the Doctor and go straight for Rose.
Do it.
And you would also
Do
have to
it.
make an athletics check to clear that railing,
Oh,
Marty
you guys.
McFly style,
You
right over
guys.
top of that thing.
You guys. Yeah, you know what? Broker saved babies.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Last
rush
of
right
the
past
Women,
the
Hi.
every
Doctor.
single person
Our-
in this situation
Oh,
is pro baby.
yeah,
Women
women
and
and
children
When I
first.
go to them, like, we gonna story point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna be pointing those stories.
All
But
right.
this is a run action.
Yeah.
I'm the last of my kind. You don't let younglings. Yeah.
Okay.
Save the baby. Save the baby.
Save the baby.
You rush past him.
But I get to pass, right?
Yeah.
Run to the suburb with a gun.
Okay.
And I'm just hoping. You
okay.
know, that's all I can do.
Then I need you to make a. Wow.
Can I convince them?
The
Can I
suspense
convince him?
is terrible. I hope it lasts. All right. So this is going to be a coordination plus athletics roll.
Oh, you guys.
To clear, you're going to have to clear the obstacle to get to Rose and the baby.
Are you bad at moving?
Oh no!
Research anthropologist.
Roko
so-
was not particularly
I know, that's
athletic, if you
usually
remember
my,
correctly.
like,
It's what got them
yeah,
sucked
this
into
is-
space.
This is not Roka. Yeah.
This is not where Roko's strong
no.
point was.
We are, and so because I do not have strong points, I need to use a story point. I need to succeed.
Burden story
I
points.
need to save
At this point, we're
babies.
warping reality more than the reality, Jim.
Yeah.
So just go ahead and, all right, so you're going to, so go ahead and get those 2 extra dice and make your roll. The difficulty to
See,
leap
you
over
warp
this.
reality just to be able to run.
It's
Yeah.
going to be, I'm going to set the difficulty. I'm going to set the difficulty as normal, 12. You need 12 or better.
Okay. I make it.
Okay?
Yes.
How well do you make it?
Yeah. 5 plus 7 plus 5.
Okay. So you
yes.
you do very well.
I do 17. Yeah.
In that case, see, this is why it's important to tell
Can
me
I-
how well you do when you make it, because it'll alter the effect completely. So not only do you clear that, but your jump over it is so skillfully done that you clear enough feet that by the time you land, it's 1 step to Rose, and you got her. She said, you see her turn, and she looks at 10, whose eyes go wide, and she just goes, David, and zzz, and you two disappear.
David.
He must be so scared.
I think she meant to say doctor.
No, she said David.
Ba-ba-ba.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ooh. And
Okay, so
I'm about, and I have to throw my stupid burning bag of gunpowder now, right?
yeah, now
Right
it's
now?
gonna be
It's
now
fine.
we're going to.
Are you close enough?
What's your
I'm
coordination?
running
What's your
towards them.
coordination?
My coordination is 3.
They're going first.
Oh.
They're gonna go
They're
first. Their
going
coordination
first.
is higher than yours.
Don't do.
They're gonna go first.
But they're going next round.
What's
They
that?
open fire next round? Like we have the 1 round and then they.
Yeah, you guys have the
So-
1 round.
So right now, am I just running towards
Oh, I'm
them
sorry. That's right. I said that you guys have 1 full
One
round
free
to do what
round.
you're
Yeah.
doing.
then? Yeah.
That's right. Okay. Then Then yes, I'll let you have your action. You can clear the distance and throw that damn thing.
Okay.
All right.
So what am I going off of? Coordination.
This is going to
what?
be a coordination. This is actually going to be marksman.
Marksman.
Yeah. So
okay.
roll coordination marksman as you hurl some raw black powder in that direction.
And what do I need to succeed?
Let's see. You're throwing
Good
that.
dice rolls.
It's going to be tricky. I'm going to say 15.
Then I have.
Or no,
to,
I'm sorry. It's going to be a contested roll. They're going to try to dodge it.
Then I have to spend a story point in that case.
Another story point.
This game is the ultimate shut up and take my story points.
But
Yeah,
you know
life
what?
or
But
death.
I'm going to tell you guys, the stuff you guys are pulling off, though, you guys are going to gain story points for all the great role playing and decision making and like crazy stuff you guys have been doing. 'Cause
Yeah, and
I
you
think the
gotta
audience will
spend them.
agree. You
That's
guys
what
have been
they're there for.
fantastic, and you guys are going to get
Gotta
story
spend
points.
some
Oh,
for the
yeah,
next
no.
So
story.
don't worry,
Exactly.
you're not screwed. But
No,
story
no.
points- Yeah. So go ahead and make your roll. Tell me what you get.
Excellent.
You need a 15 or better. Or no, I'm sorry. You need. This is a contested roll. Okay, so
8, 12.
It's or better.
14?
It's definitely or
What's
better.
that? 7, 8.
what'd you get?
6 is. Oh, 14. Sorry, I added that up wrong. 17, 19.
Okay, you hit.
Yes!
That is much better than they rolled. Remember, Time Lords are amazing at intelligent stuff, but not so much at getting out of the way. I will say this. You're not going to do any damage, but a small pack of black powder just exploded mid-air right in front of them, and it's enough to cause them to, this round, they're going to drop to the ground. And based off of their rolls, next round, I'm not going to let them immediately open fire the way they had intended.
Please keep confusing and distracting them.
I mean,
yes,
it's essentially like two handfuls of black cats going off in their face all at once. So it's enough to cause them to duck down and alarm. So we're going to start at the top of the round, and I'm guessing what happens next is doers, because there's no more talking. Or actually,
The time for talk has
as everything's going on, he is going to talk. He basically says, "What?" And then I'm guessing you're grabbing and going. Is someone going to grab him?
Can I get to him?
Yes. You can. He's about 15 feet away from you. You can.
Yeah,
totally
I run towards the doctor.
and grab him.
Yeah.
All right. You run. You see, she runs right past you. You grab hold of him. He just goes, "What?" And then.
Okay, cool. I don't.
Yeah, you don't have to roll for that. You jump out. I'm going to eventually. We're gonna have to figure out where you jumped to, what your destinations
So
were.
are we.
Yeah, I guess they don't even know.
But the good news is you have time to think about it because our
okay.
episode wraps up in 2 minutes. Dun dun dun. So you watch as Finn runs over and grabs Finn, and he looks at you and he goes, "What?" and disappears. And you see the other Time Lords picking themselves up off the pavement. It's just you and Cillian now.
Well, I'm running.
Cillian gives you this look and then just takes off in the opposite direction. The cafe
Absolutely.
clears out. And you guys basically, y'all bolt in the opposite direction, clearing the scene as quickly as possible as these two temporal guards are picking themselves up off the pavement in shock. And that's where we'll leave off until next week.
I cannot believe we just pulled that off. I was convinced somebody was going to die.
Yeah, I wasn't sure either, but you guys really used your story points well.
Yeah.
And we in all the wobbly points where we weren't sure of how the game was going to work, we found a way through it because again, this is, and I just want to stress that that's one of the brilliant things about this game is even when you're sort of learning the system as you go, and even if you're not familiar with the lore, it's flexible enough with the right people, you guys can totally figure it out. Like
We
still
have the
have
right
to be
people.
yes, you do.
High five, guys!
High five.
We saved 10 and Rose and a baby!
Yeah. Yeah, nicely done. All right, so that'll be it for this episode. Please join us again next week as we return to modern day London to figure out what the hell is going on. And we watch as Dr. Amy has a conversation with her clone and
Lucky alternate universe. clone.
Rose and a child. So stay tuned, and we'll catch you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. See y'all later. Dun, 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 dun.